Happy Saturday, besties. What's going on, y'all? Happy Saturday. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. I see you. I appreciate you. Please make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. What's going on, y'all? We back again. I needed that break yesterday, y'all. Let me tell you something. I really was on a break, a bit of a break, but I needed it. So good to be back. You know, sometimes it be getting on your nerves, child, and everything that's going on right now, it be getting on my nerves. All right. Y'all know we still got to talk about somebody said Charles James Kirk. Child, I didn't even know. I was like, who the hell is Charles? I was looking, who the hell is Charles James? I think it was Alex that said that. I was like, who the hell is that? And I was like, oh yeah, okay, I guess that's his whole name. Child. Oh, no. I am Alex. What? Happy birthday, boo. Shout out to you. Shout out to anybody and everybody whose birthday it is today or this weekend. Shout out to you, boo. And again, anyone else whose birthday it is, I see you. I appreciate you. Alex has been here for a while, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and say from the beginning. Alex has been here because I just always remember saying, Alex, what? You know what I'm saying? But shout out to you, boo. Thank you so much for being here, always supporting the channel. Shout out to everyone that is here. We are on subscribers mode only. So if you want to get into this chat, because it's the best chat on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe. I think I put for an hour. We're going to be here for a second. So, y'all might as well get it together and get your minds right. Y'all be wanting a long stream. A long stream you shall have today, okay? Now, I had a whole plan. You know how I do. I had a whole plan of videos ready to go. And last minute, it done changed, okay? So we have an update that I need to give you first. And then we go ahead and get into it with this breaking news. And then we'll go ahead and get into the newest video to determine, in my opinion, whether Charlie Kirk was a racist or not, because for some reason, amongst the colors, that's the only thing that y'all seem to care about. And I don't know if that includes y'all, but the people up in my fucking comments seem to just want to be talking about fucking racism as per usual. I don't understand. I didn't say it plenty of times already. Just assume all white people are racist. Now what you gonna do, Bueller? And even if Charlie Kirk was racist, what bearing does that have on y'all's lives, Bueller? Because my boss is white and he might be racist, but he best not treat me like he is one. I tell you that. I bet you he know how to act enough to keep his fucking job, whereas a lot of these people today trying to act like they don't know what to do in order to keep their damn jobs. And you could be out here saying what you want. You're going to get them those consequences from out here wild and saying some bullshit that you probably should have kept in on the cutting room floor. But now everybody think that everybody need to hear what the fuck they got to say and then got to agree with them, which is the problem here today. Y'all be conflating shit. This is about what the fuck that man believed and how the person that took his ass out of here didn't like it. You don't have to listen, you motherfuckers that are telling me that you don't like what I have to say, I promise you I don't give a fuck. Y'all been here a while? Anybody that's been here a while? You know I don't care, right? Does that stop me from talking about what the fuck I want to talk about, Bueller? Does that stop me from talking about what the fuck I want to talk about? I don't think that it does, because guess what? I'm not here to please 100% of no motherfucking body, okay? I'm going to go ahead and talk about what I want to talk about, when I want to talk about it, how the fuck I want to talk about it. If you don't like it, take heed to the message says, scroll the fuck up. Move the fuck on. Y'all don't know how to do that. You think you control somebody and you don't even control your GD self. I done said it before. I say it again. Until you can control yourself, you're going to be all fucked up. Wasting your time, energy, and effort thinking that you control some damn body else. Control your fucking kids, because that's really where you need to start. Oh, yeah. If you can't control yourself, you can't control them either. That's why they out here wilding, out here acting like gremlins, gremlinizing all over fucking creation. Then y'all want to say, nah, my bad. baby. Soon as they get caught, and then you want to be suing people because they out there doing shit that they didn't need to be doing. Child, go play these games with some damn body else, because I'm not in the mood. I'm not trying to hear it. I don't give one damn about your fucking feelings. I don't have any empathy. I done been said that. I ain't got no fucking sympathy. And when I do happen to have it, I'll let y'all know. But how often do you hear that? Not very often, because most of the time it's fucking adults out here acting like they fucking kids that don't know how to fucking act. And then you think it's somebody else's motherfucking problem, when at the end of the day, it is totally you. You are an adult. You do know that, right? You basically coming into somebody else's house trying to tell them that be your fucking problem. Get a fucking house first, okay? And then see how it works when somebody comes over to your fucking house, and see how that worked out. No, y'all don't like to hear no shit like that. And guess what? It's fucking black people that be giving me a hard motherfucking time. Y'all want me to sit up here and say shit like, I don't like white people. I can't stand white people. Child, I done told you I'm not white. But white people are not my problem. I am not here to specifically talk to white people, because one, they gonna be all right. Two, I'm not white. And three, most of the white people that are here they crazy anyway, child. I'm not talking to them. I'm not talking to y'all. Y'all already know. But it's you bitch ass bitches who come over here in the comments, that's men and women included, thinking that you're going to do something or change something around here. And I'm here to tell you that's not how that works. If you don't like what you see, move the fuck on. Scroll the fuck up, or go where you like it. Because as you continue to stay in the same echo chamber, where you listening to Rolly and Clown and DL and the Ricky and the rest of them telling you as millionaires that you can't have the same shit that they have, and that you got to be worried about fucking white people, and you got to be worried about fucking racism, white supremacy, discrimination in 2025. If you can't make your fucking life work, that's a you problem. Ain't got shit to do with racism. It ain't got shit to do with fucking racism. But keep listening to them as they continue to get rich, and y'all continue to be where you've been, and y'all continue to not move anywhere, and you be focused on shit that ain't gonna change your fucking life, that don't make no difference at the end of the damn day. And then don't be turning around later on talking about what happened? What happened? Because you don't want to do anything. You don't want to do no hard work. You talk about the same people that you turn around and you ask shit from. That's just not how life works, because it wouldn't work for you. I'm not sure why you think it's going to work on somebody else just because it comes from you. Your ego is a little bit overflated as far as I'm concerned. But child, what the hell do I know? Y'all keep doing what you're doing, because I'm going to do the fucking sing. Shout out to Trent. I appreciate you, boo. He said gang shit full press. I appreciate you. Thank you, boo. Shout out to This Is Common Sense. Thank you, hun. He said, I spent 3 hours going through the majority of his black debates. He didn't say anything different than what white folks say about ourselves. White folks say about ourselves? Is that what WF it means? I'm sorry if I got that wrong. Thank you, boo. I appreciate you. Shout out to Anthony Jackson. Hey there, AJ. I appreciate you, hun. He said, Messy, how's my fellow Gen Xer doing? I'm good, boo. He said, I stayed off the internet for a couple of days due to the madness going on, trying to decide if I should come out of retirement to apply for one of these mini job openings. Ain't no jobs. There ain't no jobs. Shout out to Fa and his new job. Ain't no jobs. I don't know what you're talking about. Allegedly. There's no jobs for black people. It's all Donald Trump's fault. You know, everything is Donald Trump's fault.
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Again.
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Going, you're being a racist. Racist.
You already know, boo. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Shout out to Woke Up and Help in Here. Thank you, boo. He says celebrating Kirk's death is saying you're okay with deleting people who think different. 1984 called that a thought crime. Idiots calling for dystopia. It's been a long time since I read that book. Thank you for the reference. Shout out to you, boo. I agree with you. But lest we not forget that when Kevin Samuels died, people were celebrating that death. And then somebody else, child, just left the tip of my tongue. Kobe. That one disturbed. I mean, of course, Kevin Samuels did, but really with Kobe, that really disturbed me. Really, it did. Crazy. Especially with this case with Charlie Kirk, it ain't got nothing to do with black people, child. Ain't got nothing to do with it. But y'all want to insert yourself into shit? All right, insert away. Pause. Couch. Good afternoon. He said, always nothing but love to you. Not the mic, though. Laugh my ass off. I'm going to try to be serious today, okay? No mic today, okay? Pause. No, I won't be on the mic today. Pause. Because you know who will clip me in a second. Common sense. Thank you, Boo. He said, we as in us. Oh, my bad. I can hardly see. My bad, Boo. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. What's going on? Good afternoon. I know you don't like that. I love the circles. I don't know why you don't like that.
She look crazy.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Is you crazy?
Don't start. Don't start. We being serious today, okay? So I got a co-host. Got a co-host today. Tell everybody what's going on with you.
Yo, this is FDNHT Trend Slim Trim and Built to Win, aka Flaco Fuerte, aka Granny's baby numero uno. Big salute to y'all. Hope you have a beautiful weekend this weekend, even though we had a crazy week. Let's focus on some positive shit. You hear me? Big salute to y'all. Shout out to the Besties and the Besties Lounge. Yo.
You're very good at that. You might need to make me an intro. I might have to tap you for that. Make me an introduction. One like you do for Roddy. Huh? All right. We'll talk about that later. All right, let me. I said I was going to tell y'all about crime today. I don't know if we'll necessarily get to it, just FYI, right? But let me give y'all an update on this story where I think that some people need to be spending their time at, but for some reason it doesn't seem to be happening. So this is Ramika. Remember Ramika Meeks in Chicago. Someone has to pay for this. Mother of woman fatally SHOT'd in the South Loop speaks out. Shout out to Shadam Cargo. They don't need no help from nobody. Brandon and JB got it all under control, y'all.
Hi, good afternoon, you all. According to CPD, the person who was taken into custody after the fatal shooting of 31-year-old Ramika Meeks Blackman has been released without charges. Blackman's family is eagerly seeking justice.
Someone has to pay for this. It's not right.
Oh.
Surrounded by family and overwhelmed with grief, Ramika's mom, Tina McMiller, said, as you can imagine, heartbroken after losing Ramika to gun violence on Monday morning. Ramika was dropping her son off at school near Sir Macon State when police say some sort of fight unfolded, with the suspect pulling out a gun and shooting Ramika in the face. She was rushed to Georgia Hospital, but did not make it. Ramika was in school to become a nurse. Her mother says she was an outstanding mother, daughter, and friend.
Ramika was my baby. Ramika was kind, sweet, loving, very, very supportive.
Right.
And an amazing mother.
Spicy sauce.
She loved her son. She loved me. She loved her siblings. And I loved her the same.
Tina says she's now raising her grandson, Ramika's 6-year-old son. Also, when I reached out to CPD about why the person originally taken into custody for allegedly shooting Ramika had been released without charges, they said that they can't give us any type of comment on an ongoing investigation. Loved ones say that there will be a balloon release in Ramika's honor tonight at 68th and Normal in Inglewood, where she attended high school.
Another balloon release. So y'all remember the one that just went to take her son to school, and that baby he showed up, and the new baby mom from Milwaukee came all the way over, met at the school. He allegedly had her in a headlock. She brought out the weapon because remember, she said that she did self-defense, as all the people that was outside saying, oh, she did it, he did it, she did it, he did it. Self-defense, she said, okay? Now, I'm hoping. Oh, you know what? That is a great point, Couch. We ain't heard shit. I ain't seen shit. If anybody's seen anything from Brandon, let me know. I ain't seen nothing or heard nothing from him. I ain't heard nothing from JB. But, you know, they don't need no help and everything is all under control. Now, I'm not saying that would have helped in this situation because, child, this was crazy. But I feel like it's a deterrent for people to act so wild if they know that the guard is in town. So maybe, hopefully, They're working on it, which is why they didn't have anything to say, because you can't be holding people forever. You remember this, Boo?
Yeah. My mind is tossed. And why can't they comment on the releasing of the dude? That's not a part of the invest. They fucking trash.
The releasing of the woman. They never did anything with the guy.
So they said they released them, right? During the investigation?
Only the girl. They never arrested the guy at all. They never held him at all.
Right. But now they're saying they can't comment on it because of the ongoing investigation. To simply answer the question, why was he released? Or she was released, sorry.
Right.
That has nothing to do with it. Yo.
What does that mean? What do you think it means?
I think people really think that people dumb for real.
Yes.
They really do, dog.
All those witnesses.
They really at the end of the day, what they call it now? They call it the girls be saying it when they get mad. Playing in people's face. That's what they say. Yeah. Are they?
Yeah. There's a lot of playing going on.
Oh, bro.
There's a lot of playing going on, honestly. But yeah, hopefully, it's an investigation going on, and that, you know, something will change sometime soon as they get all the information that they need and videotapes that they need and statements that they need. But I thought that's what the first 48 was about. Ain't that that's a show? The first 48, to get everything that you need in the first 48 hours so the person don't get to go, right? That's the point of the show.
Yeah, because they say apparently that the first 48 hours is the most crucial hours. When you start pushing 72 and 96, it gets the probability and percentage of catching a person starts to drop drastically. And it's the reason why you look at Mangione and them. Mangione and them got caught in 48. Buddy, what's his name? Tyler Robinson, Pussy Power. He got caught in 30 some hours.
Yep.
You feel me? Yep. So that 48-hour thing is a real rule that they kind of abide by.
Okay. Well, hopefully, you know, we'll be pleasantly surprised. Sorry, y'all, but no, somebody needs to do something. That woman ain't here. You got all them witnesses. The kid now got to be raised by the grandmother. Nobody thinks about none of that, and all of the collateral damage of all the people that got to witness it. This is Ramika Meeks, the girl that left that note for her son that she dropped off at school. Here come the baby dad and his new baby mom with the baby. So allegedly, she didn't have no thoughts about that new baby. She didn't have no thoughts about this kid over here, his brother. So now there's two brothers that have no mothers. Anyway, I can't keep going on, but I'll be watching this for sure. Melissa, I appreciate you, boo. She said, I love y'all. Love you back, hun. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Who that, Davenport?
Yes, Melissa Waco Davenport. Yeah,
that's a crazy middle name, Waco.
Love it. Maybe she's from Waco. Maybe that's what that means.
Right. That's the only way I was thinking about it. Yeah, for sure.
It's hilarious. JP up in here, starting already. Thank you, boo. Funky asks, where's the mic? What? Saturday now? Yeah, I guess so.
Man, y'all don't like me at all.
Why? Why you say that?
Instigating that microphone bullshit.
I'm just saying, like, if I not play with it, if I use it, you're gonna be mad. I don't, still mad. Child, I can't, like you say, I can't please these motherfuckers. So.
I can't help it if I wanted to.
Listen, you must want me to sing. All right, keep on. All right, moving on. So there's breaking news, y'all. All right, so we just gonna get into it. Charlie Kirk's alleged assassin, Tyler Robinson, lived with a transgender partner. Surprise. And the question again that was being asked before the assassination happened was about masses with ABCDs. Didn't we say this? And that there would be a connection? But nah, all Negroes here is gang violence. And then you get triggered and say, it's all black people. He's talking about black people. What? What a like, I just had this argument with somebody yesterday. It's gang violence. He was talking about black people. What the fuck are y'all talking about? What is wrong with y'all? You want people to come at you for some reason. I've just decided that that's what it is. I just decided that that's what it is. Or you just want to be combative. You want to fight. You want to be upset. You want to be angry. You want to tell somebody. I don't know what it is, but it's a fucking sickness in the head. Didn't we talk about this?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
I'm like, did y'all not hear the question?
This is amazing.
Oh,
Melissa said, Melissa called me Waco Davenport. We're gonna call her Waco. Waco! Shout out to Melissa. Thank you, boo. So this is updated as of 30 minutes ago, basically, 2:33. Charlie Kirk's alleged assassin Tyler Robinson was living with a transgender partner who was in the process of transitioning from male to female. A law enforcement source confirmed to the Post Saturday. This is straight from the New York Post. All I got is from the New York damn Post, okay? That individual, who has yet to be publicly identified by the authorities, is now fully cooperating with the FBI on its investigation into the fatal shooting of the conservative activist, the source added. The relationship was first reported by Fox News' Brooke Singman. According to public records, Lance Twiggs, 22, resided at the same address where Robinson lived. A relative of Twiggs confirmed to the Post Saturday that, yes, they were roommates. So this is a picture of, what's his name? Tyler Robinson, the assassin, allegedly. Child, this is Lance Twiggs. So this is, child, they look like twins. What the fuck? White people! They look like twins. They look like the same person. I guess it don't matter. Who is this? This is, I guess, Twiggs. Look like the same person. Child. What the fuck is this? Twiggs' family member, who asked not to be identified, declined to speculate on a romantic relationship between Twiggs and Robinson. That name is throwing me, y'all. That name is throwing me. The family member, who asked not to be identified, said Twiggs was the black sheep of their St. George, Utah family, but declined to speculate on a romantic relationship between the two men. Is it two men if you're transitioning to a woman, though, allegedly? I don't know. This is, I don't know. This is between the two of them, it's one of them. I can't. She said she didn't know her relatives' politics or whether Twiggs was transitioning to become a woman, but added that it wouldn't surprise her. The family member said she knew Twiggs was brought in for questioning by the police. And this is the apartment complex where Tyler lives, I guess. Kirk, 31, was struck in the neck by a single bullet shortly after being posed a question on his American Comeback college speaking tour about transgender mass shooters. Do you know how many transgender Americans have been mass shooters over the last 10 years? Asked attendee Hunter Kozak. Is this him?
that's the dude, the shooter dude.
Child, they all look alike to me. Yeah, I said that.
For real.
I said that.
For real. It's starting to be a one. It's starting to look like a blend. It's starting to look weird.
Yeah, for real. Too many, Kirk responded. Do you know how many mass shooters have been in America over the last 10 years? Kozak followed up. Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years? Kozak followed up.
Yeah, Kirk, Charlie was the one who said too many. So he asked him the question, how many trans and Charlie said too many.
And then he changed the question to, do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years, to take out the transgender part?
The answer is going to be the same. Too fucking many.
Right. So why did you
change
it? So this is where Charlie said, counting or not counting gang violence, the Turning Point USA founder sought to clarify. Kirk was SHOT'd immediately after text messages and other communications that their roommate traded with Robinson, 22, helped the feds nab the accused assassin. Federal and state authorities revealed during a Friday news conference that a roommate was cooperating with their investigation. Child, that's one of them. The roommate had shared communications from a contact named Tyler on Discord that described bullet casings similar to those found at the scene, and discussed the need to retrieve a rifle from a drop point. They talking about this on text? Have you heard this?
Yeah. It's all that's why yesterday I brought up a point. Are they communicating to each other? And when they write these words on these magazines and all these casings and rounds, like, are they talking to each other in a different way? And because we're not in that group, we don't know what they're actually saying. That's why I brought that up. It's a form of communication. I thought it was to me, it looks like a form of communication, to be honest.
Okay. Casings found at Utah University, where Kirk was shot, bore inscriptions, with one stating, "Hey, fascist, catch." Ooh. I don't know if I knew that. Oh my God. The bullets were fired from an imported .30-06 caliber Mauser bolt action rifle that investigators found wrapped in a towel in a wooded area. Oh, I thought it was on the roof. Why they always leaving the weapon? I feel like they always like drop it off or something. Allegedly.
It's weird.
Yeah.
There's a lot of weird shit going on.
Any white people that can explain, child? Any of y'all? Because I'm confused. Messages from Contact Tyler also mentioned that he had changed outfits he had an accomplice then, according to an affidavit that detailed the Discord discussions. That sound like an accomplice, right? It sounds like it.
Oh, an accessory.
Or maybe that's what I meant. Maybe an accessory.
I think accomplice is more like you picked them up from the side. You know what I'm saying? You put him in the game for real. It was a 2-man job. But accessory, you know what I mean? You can just have knowledge of it and be an accessory.
Gotcha. The messages provide evidence for authorities to seek an aggravated red rum charge against Robinson on Friday, the only one that carries the death penalty. Though he grew up in a largely conservative Mormon family, Robinson was not registered with either major political party, appeared to have become infatuated by the far left in recent years, according to the authorities. I don't blame the left for that. That's all on him, child. It's very clear to us and to the investigators that this was a person who was deeply indoctrinated with leftist ideology, the governor said. Spencer Cox is the governor's name, also revealed that a recent family dinner had showcased Robinson's newfound beliefs as he and a relative got into it over Kirk's viewpoints and how each didn't like the 31-year-old conservative. Child. White people, y'all be fighting with each other over this shit. Not at the dinner table, y'all. Huh?
Right. Face full of mashed potatoes and green peas.
Yeah.
And you yelling and shit just going everywhere.
Yeah, I don't believe in Charlie Kirk. How dare you bring his name up? Lord help your people. Supporters and Robinson also discussed the messages with the roommate, how he allegedly etched messages onto the bullets. Okay, child. I don't understand criminals today, child. Discord, the social networking platform, Discord. The social networking platform said in a statement Friday that there was no evidence that the suspect planned this incident or promoted violence on Discord. You see how that worked? Discord said, let me get my name on up out of there because I don't want to have to have any problems and issues with people who don't want to come here no more and our brand be ruined. Just remember that, y'all, because people just act like it's crazy that people out here getting fired. The messages referenced in recent reporting about planning details do not appear to be Discord messages. This is the body coming back with J.D. Vance, and I believe that's the wife over here. I believe. These were communications between the suspect's roommate and a friend after the shooting, where the roommate was recounting the contents of a note the suspect had left elsewhere. We have removed the suspect's account for violating our off-platform behavior policy. Wow, an off-platform behavior policy. Robinson turned himself in to the authorities, being confronted by his own father and speaking with a youth minister, a former sheriff's deputy, about this shooting. Law enforcement said the FBI did not immediately respond to a request for comment. So somehow, some way, ABCDism has been brought to the table. What a surprise. What a surprise. What you think?
Remember, in 9/11, right? 9/11 triggered the Patriot Act.
Yes.
Patriot Act 2, sorry. Upon triggering the Patriot Act and that bill getting written and passed or whatever the case is, right? A part of that bill was super surveillance.
Yeah.
Now, September 11 again, a political body, right, was dropped. Could this also trigger Patriot Act 3?
Oh, Lord.
They're going to hyper surveillance because now they're bringing up conversations on Discord. Right?
Do we need that?
Do we need it?
Yeah, do we need that?
Could this be one of the driving points for the social credit systems?
Oh, well, we got social credit for sure. Whether people realize it or not.
China definitely got it.
The United States got it. That's why all these people think they can say whatever the hell they want to and they're getting fired. Nobody's learning anything. Let me not say nobody.
That is crazy.
I
wonder what door this will open up.
I have no idea.
2 September 11th. What could this be triggering? Because if the flags went half mast, that's unheard of because he's not a stained politician. He's not a person like that, right?
Oh, they did go half staff?
Yeah, they had the flags that had.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Until Sunday.
Wow.
Means Monday they go back to full, pretty much. What could this trigger? And all I'm thinking about is more internet surveillance, more surveillance. We already live in a surveillance state, right? We already know this.
For sure.
But what could be the next move then? Because it seems extremely weird. So the two communities that were absolutely mad at next point, close that one up. The two communities that were mad at Charlie per se, right? Or didn't fuck with Charlie like that, right? Was the ABCs and the blacks. Because he had a different mindset or a different opinion or a different way that he lived his life or the way he thought that shit was supposed to be, right? Those are the only communities that was mad. But come to find out that Buddy is a part of the ABC, whatever the case is, that makes sense. That it would be somebody from those communities. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. It's something looming around, man. Something that's just looming around in the ether for sure.
My bad. I was just saying that we still haven't heard anything from them. Why aren't they at least saying thoughts and prayers, I guess? I don't know. Whatever. We denounce this. This is not what ABCs are here for. This is not what we do. This is not what we want. Anything? Nah. But as soon as somebody don't do something the way they want, they be all out here up in somebody's motherfucking face. But I digress. Thank you, AJ Boo. I appreciate you. He said, I think Ed Snowden already provided to us the government is watching us regardless of the Patriot Act. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. But everybody's helping too. Like, let's not get it twisted. People are helping the government and letting people know. All these people that are getting fired right now, there's people letting people know what they're doing. And it's like, y'all didn't learn nothing in 2020 to shut the fuck up. Whatever y'all say. And there's a lot of teachers. I'm just saying. But you think they would know better. That's the point I'm saying about the teachers. You think they would know better, right?
Yeah, you would fucking think.
Professors as well. Like, I don't know if I have time to get into it today. I probably got to go over that tomorrow because I want to watch this Amir video. Excuse me.
I'm really thinking there's another piece that's coming.
You're probably right. That's how you think. That's why
I just can't see it though.
That's why you need to be a part of the discussion, because I don't think as deeply as you do. I don't disagree with you.
Thank you.
Terry said that Google is always listening. So is Siri, and I'm sure the other thing, Alexa, is always listening too. So where's all that going? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But this is the video I wanted to watch. Like I said, this is an hour long, so it's going to take a minute to get through. So I wanted to get through it. But y'all know Amir Odom over here on the YouTube. He's got 677,000 subscribers. He is ABCD black man, but that's not the point right now, okay? He says he is debunking the biggest lies told about Charlie Kirk because all the coloreds, not all, but enough of the coloreds think that he's just racist and that's it, that's all, and blah, 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 blah. And, you know, the white people, for the most part, you know, love this man and what he was doing. Now, somebody did say, I'm not sure if it was in the comments or if we was talking about it, that he had the ear of the younger generation. And that, I believe, 1,000%. And they need somebody to freaking help them out and have someone to listen to that's not half damn crazy. So I'm sure they're reeling from this. And I didn't realize he was as young as he was. But if you could get anybody to listen to listen to that generation and kind of guide them, and from the things that I've seen as this is going on and on and on, it didn't seem like, from the things that I've seen, because the only thing I knew about Charlie Kirk is that he went to colleges to debate people and they dumbass questions. That's all I knew. Turning Point, again, it sounds like a place you make butter. I don't know nothing else about that man until now. So now I got to see what's up. Oh, and then the colors is mad because I'm talking about this too. So colors, I don't know what y'all want. I don't know what y'all want. I ain't even talking about black people. You still mad. I'm talking about this whole ass white man. Y'all still mad. It's like you just want to be difficult for difficult's sake. But luckily, I'm going to talk about whatever I want to, which is kind of where I was going at the beginning of the conversation. But why is it that nobody can talk about that, man? Maybe because you'll then find out maybe it's not what you think it is because you listen to fucking blogs. You know that's probably not where you should get your life information, from the shade room. But that's just my thought. You know who is still tagging me and shit. You know that.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Still tagging me and shit. This is how crazy I feel like some of y'all are. Go ahead.
They calling him a racist, right?
Mm-hmm.
So fucking what?
Exactly.
He ain't gonna be the first one if he is one. He not gonna be the fucking last one. This fucking weird lame shit that they on, well, where he deserved some shit. He earned what the fuck he got. He reaped what he sowed. That's that devil mindset. If you don't got nothing good to say, shut the fuck up. And I'm gonna tell you this. I know for sure in the depth of my heart that is PDF files and people that fuck over children and essay them, I will watch them bleed out. No fucking questions. I will sit there and watch it in my Foley fucking chair. I will feel nothing for them.
Mm-hmm.
Would I still come out of my mouth and say, well, no, I'm not going to say that shit.
Right. Right.
At the end of the day, it's by having some fucking decorum about yourself.
Decorum?
When they wrote the fucking Constitution and they started writing down these laws, they wrote these laws for men that are what?
White.
Responsible.
Oh.
It's about responsibility. Not that nobody has no fucking responsibility and no accountability and no fucking behavioral changes in their fucking life. They're still using the same fucking amendments that's written for people that were smarter than them and actually lived in a life where it created village and society. I don't give a fuck if Charlie Kirk was a racist, a staunch racist.
Mm-hmm.
He should still be alive today. So anybody who feels that way and calling him a racist, fuck you. You are a coward too.
Well, you know, I always say that. So I like just assume all white people are racist. Now what?
Out
Like
the
I
gate.
said, yeah,
Out the
just
gate. Fuck
assume
it.
they all racist. Now what? So does that mean I shouldn't go to work? So oh shit. So I shouldn't go to work. So I shouldn't go to the local grocery store. So I shouldn't exist. And we just discussed the other day about somebody said something about money, and it basically kind of alluded to you think you special because you have money. And I'm like, so y'all really want Black people to be poor? That's what I get from that. How can you be mad at a successful Black person that does not have to beg, that does not need to cry and whine on the internet for people to send them money and all that other bullshit? But you got no problem with supporting the pro-Blacks that allegedly care about you, that keep you focused on racism as they continue to get money and continue to be more successful millionaires, and you stand in your place listening to them and listening to the Shade Room and waiting for what? I don't know. I don't know. But I guess it's not for me to know. Common Sense, thank you, boo. He said, I love the smell of pink slips in the morning, sips coffee. Yeah, there's a lot of those going out. Thank you, boo. Shout out to Selena. I appreciate you. What? A woman? She said, a high school English teacher of mine said on her IG that I feel no sympathy for what happened. I'm happy to report that she has been fired. Teachers are wilding out here, y'all. Like, I feel like that means something, Trent. Because it's all these teachers. These are supposed to be the smart people. These are people who are college educated. These are people who are teaching your children. And it's teacher after teacher after teacher after teacher that's out here saying this shit. Now they're getting fired. I got no empathy or sympathy for none of them. But shouldn't they know better? Aren't they the smart people? Who's smart around here?
These are the educators that
Yeah.
you trust for 6 to 7 hours with your fucking child. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
You trust them with your child to do their fucking job.
Right.
You got one that's about to start an OnlyFans. Now you got these motherfuckers out here basically telling their personal stories out here, influencing people. This is why Charlie was so powerful. That Charlie saw the future of America, and the people that was in the college setting was going to be the leaders of the new future. That's why he spoke to them fucking college students.
Yeah, I think somebody did say that. Yes.
It was me.
Okay, baby. My bad.
People can't see the forest for the trees. They can't fucking see. They have no fucking internal. Their third eye is closed. They can't have a second thought about any fucking thing ever. Ever.
No, I agree. It's crazy. Oh my goodness gracious. DB in Boise. Wow. I don't even know this person's name, but thank you so much. How generous of you. I appreciate you. Everybody, please say what's up to DB in Boise. Please, please, please. Thank you so much. He, I'm assuming, said his legacy isn't one-dimensional. There are things people will critique, but whether you agree or not, he made people uncomfortable in ways that demanded responses. That's how movements evolve. Those who say it cannot be done should never interrupt those that are doing it. I don't disagree. Right?
said, G.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you
That was
so
well said.
Yeah, definitely gotta get you as a stream sponsor. Thank you so much. I appreciate your words. I appreciate your support. I thank you for being here. I'm telling you. Everybody really doesn't look like, what you see other people thinking. Like, we got to start taking a step back and be like, hold on a second. Let's think this thing through. Like you just said, they don't do that. People don't do that. And the stuff that I've seen thus far, because of this, I got to look into it. One, because it's to do these live streams. And two, because all of the people that's coming at me, because I'm talking about them. Like, so this is what is going on. This is what's happening. This is what we are supposed to be. Well, I feel like I should be discussing. If you hear, you hear. If you're not, you're not.
These people don't understand the concept of unity in motion versus unity in thought.
Mm-hmm.
We would disagree when we step on the battlefield. We step outside in public. We agree. They don't know that we disagree in ideologies. They don't know that. But everybody wants to come keep casting their fucking dice and open up their fucking mouth saying how the fuck they feel and what they want to say. So now that you exercising your First Amendment right, now you want to exercise your First Amendment right, but you're glad that his First Amendment right was taken from him by a fucking coward. Y'all are fucking stupid.
Mm.
Go on, dog.
Not that we haven't said that before. But yeah, I agree. Hold on a second. I'm updating this banner. Your support. Thank you so much.
You're awesome. You're awesome. You're awesome.
$199.99. Oh my goodness gracious. You guys are too much. Thank you so much, DB and Boise. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. So generous of you. I updated the banner as a stream sponsor for show.
You're awesome. You're awesome. You're awesome.
Shout out to AJ. I appreciate you, boo. 20 membership. Shout out to all the members. Make sure you thank AJ if you did catch a membership around here. Shout out to all the channel members. I see you. I appreciate you. Thank you, AJ. AJ said is always very supportive. I appreciate you, hun. Shout out to both of you. Thank you again to everybody that is subscribed. Please, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Get into the chat. It's the best chat on YouTube. Plus, we're trying to get to 40,000 sooner rather than later. Thank you all so much. So we're going to listen to Amir Odom.
This is amazing.
He is, again, on YouTube, gay black man. And he is going to talk about debunking the biggest lies told about Charlie Kirk, which I did start watching. I'm not even going to lie. I did start watching it. This is not even where I was going to go with this, but I saw this video. And so I said, this is the one that we should listen to again, since this is basically about ABCDs. And here we have one, and he happens to be black, and he happens to be a man, because there's no such thing as a decent black man around here. Y'all already know your crusty dusties and musties. AJ, thank you for the 5, boo. He said, Messi and Trent, I appreciate you both and the rest of you all with common sense. You all have a good day, and I will catch you later. Thank you, hon, for being here, for everything, and we will see you in the next one. Shout out to Team Replay as well. All right, I'm a fast forward it, but let me know if you want to stop.
The purpose of this video is to serve as a tool to combat all the lies and misinformation that is commonly being spread right now about Charlie Kirk. And it's ironic because someone like Charlie Kirk is oftentimes called racist and homophobic, yet he's one of the main reasons this YouTube channel that you're watching right now even exists in the first place. He knew the young gay black Amir in 2018 and strongly advocated him to be more vocal online and spread his thoughts and to always seek the truth. Not even one day after the event, it was one day, the night of the first event I ever gone to in 2018, where I met Charlie Kirk for the first time, that I started being vocal online. And here we are today. And to this day, I still have one of the hats he even gave me. So I feel like this video is necessary because that's all Charlie ever did and pushed me to do and push everyone to do, is to seek out the truth. So I want to put the truth in his words in a very articulate manner. You can go through this video chapter by chapter, and it hits a lot of different marks and topics and things that are currently being said about Charlie Kirk. And me and Charlie, we've had our disagreements, and that's all they ever were. We're just disagreements, because you're allowed to disagree with somebody. You're allowed not to agree 100% with somebody that you're talking to or you're an associate with. And if someone sent you this video and you're new to me, you have no idea who I am, you have no idea, or you just only heard things about Charlie Kirk, I really do hope that throughout this video, you are listening to understand rather than listening to respond. At least for this video, just listening to understand why so many people loved Charlie Kirk. They say he's racist, but why are so many black people upset that Charlie Kirk has passed? They say he's homophobic, but why are so many gay people upset that Charlie Kirk passed? They say he's misogynistic. Well, why are so many women sad that Charlie Kirk has passed? They say he's transphobic. Why are there even trans people sad that Charlie Kirk has passed? They say he's a white nationalist. Well, why are so many black, Hispanics, Asians, the list goes on, anyone that's not white, very upset that Charlie Kirk has passed? If any of those terms were real about Charlie Kirk, then why on earth do all the same people that were commonly being told he hates, loves, and supports him? Just stop for 1 second, just 1 second. Stop listening to mainstream media. Stop listening to your friend groups. Stop listening to your echo chambers in social media, which even I myself in, and I try my best to, get away from echo chambers.
That's a good point that he's bringing up. The first part where he's talking about, which we've talked about, like, you don't have to agree with everyone. And just because you might not agree on some topic don't mean that you can't know each other. Don't mean you have to fight. Don't mean you have to hate each other, right? And then the part about the echo chamber, only listening to what makes you feel good, what you want to hear, instead of listening to a difference of opinion. And I think that there's many people all in that do that. I'm assuming you agree.
Yeah, that's it. When you have a group, right? They misnomered it when they say diversity amongst leaders. It's not diversity of skin tone. It's diversity in thought.
Right.
Everybody thought diversity in leadership meant let's flood leadership boxes with blacks and Hispanics and Asians and girls and motherfucking LGBTQs and no, that's not what it is. It was diversity of thought.
I don't know if there's much diversity of thought. That'd be the problem, because people ain't thinking, in my opinion.
I completely agree. I'm not, yeah.
Just stop being told how to think. And yeah, you're watching this video and I'm helping debunk the lies, but it's with his words and with full context, of which most people are not getting. Like, that's the one thing I learned from Charlie the most back in 2017, 2018, when I was really on my worldview, my thoughts were being challenged. Watching his content, even getting the chance to meet him, was just, seeking the truth for myself. I listened to my friends, I listened to my favorite influencers and creators, but I always defaulted to my own research and deep research, really understanding what they were saying and why it's hard. It destructs your worldview. It's challenging. It is, but it's needed. We have to stop and think for ourselves. Like, truly, again, I can't stress this enough. Everything that they say Charlie is, there's a group of people for each term that absolutely adore him and miss him. Why? That's what this video is about. This is exactly what Charlie always pushed me to do. And this is what I feel like is missing right now in this discourse about who this man is, especially from the left, the party of love, inclusivity, positivity, the list goes on. If that is the case, why are things like,
oh yeah, they are into inclusivity and positivity and coming together and all that stuff. Not that I want this to be, left versus right or whatever, but he's right about that. They're the ones that are in charge of the participation trophy, which has been fucking shit up for years, ever since my kids were younger, I should say. I remember seeing that I think I told you, I remember seeing that with my youngest, because when I was a child, I had to work hard to bowl in order to get the trophy. And that's what made me work hard, because I wanted a trophy. I wanted a tall trophy. Then my kid is bowling, and initially that's how it was. And then they said, oh no, everybody gets a trophy. I'm like, what? I didn't even want that. I'm like, nah, she got to work in order to get a big one. Just pause. Just like I had to do. Nah, they're just giving that shit away. It's not even like they gave like certificates, right? You participate, you get a certificate. They gave them all trophies.
Yep. What
the fuck? That has been a problem for she is 26. At least about 20 years. I'll say 20 years. Crazy.
It's all about feelings.
That's the problem.
They made feelings a part of their politics. They made as social justice warriors a part of their politics. They polluted it so much that you can't. It became fully inclusive to everybody, pretty much.
Yes.
Instead of it being democracy, majority rules, etc., everybody gets their trophy. Thanks for showing up.
Yeah.
There is no more competitive spirit.
None.
There's no more,
Exactly. That's a great way to put it.
there's no more meritocracy,
Yeah.
right? I work hard, I get it done, and I'm numero uno. Why does the 10th person why they even mentioned?
But now that you said that, that has transcended into so many different things, which is why these biatches is out here talking about I'm a 10. Just because I'm here, then that means that I'm a 10 when you know damn well you're a negative 10 at the end of the damn day. But that's why you can't say anything, because then that means you're, I don't know, what is it, MSG? You hate women, you hate whatever color they happen to be, and them insults get people in line allegedly. And I feel like now people is tired of it, and they like, oh no, you don't get to tell me how I feel and what I think. And I think that that's what this is about, really, at the end of the day. Because Snoop can't say that I don't want to go see a movie with ABC's going on with my grandchild, and then I have to turn around and explain shit to him. And then you got ABCDs coming out to say something about it, and then he caves, which I hate. Then he caves. And then now that this is turning more and more, like I said in the beginning, Black people, not our issue. It's about ABCDism at the end of the day. And more of that's now coming out. But now you're done taking this shit on, because again, the 92% can't shut the fuck up. I said that. I meant that. So now everybody else got to be dragged into this shit when we wasn't looking for none of it. I wasn't looking for none of it. Now I got to sit here and be figuring out who the hell Charlie Kirk is, because y'all can't shut the fuck up and hold your fucking tongue and be the fuck quiet. Yeah, Snoop folded. I didn't like that. Remember that other ABCD child? What is it? Billy Porter, who can't even keep a home, on the internet crying about the fact that he don't make enough money, had the nerve and the audacity to put his 2 motherfucking cents in to try to shame Snoop Dogg because he don't want to explain something that he shouldn't have to his own grandson, which 1, he don't have to, 2, it's not his responsibility, and 3, he's the fucking grandfather, not the fucking parent. It's a parent's fucking responsibility to decide what they want to teach their kids. No, y'all ABCs don't know that because you ain't got no fucking kids, allegedly. But y'all, sorry.
No. You absolutely, you on the marquee with it. It's the first time we've seen the minority bully the majority so quickly, so abrasively, that they cast labels upon you because you think differently or you don't agree. These people have the mindset that if it's not a 100, it should be 0.
Correct.
They can't comprehend that 51 is still majority. It's 100 or it's fucking 0.
Right.
This is amazing.
That's to tell you how fucking entitled and special people really think they are.
Right.
They want to have this say-so and this control factor of over you, and how they do this is with the ism and the ist and the phobia, right? And they can cast these labels, and guess what? Nobody wants to be cast in this in those labels, especially people that are, let's say, well-known celebrity, like on that scale. So when Snoop Dogg backed out of it, it's like he chose not to fight that fight.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? What to make his day easier? Apologize and keep on pushing. Do I agree with it? No, I don't agree with it.
I do not.
Because as a man, right? It's okay to be wrong, right? It's okay to stand where you stand, but don't be influenced by fuckery.
Right.
I don't agree with it. I thought he should have just ate that crow and keep it pushing.
He said what he said, let it go. Exactly.
It is what it is. At the end of the day, man, this world is topsy-turvy.
For sure.
Left is right and right is left. Left is right, motherfucking up is down. Right? Exactly. Righteousness is now demon behavior. I'm send the asteroids, dog.
Exactly.
Hit the reset button.
Let me thank Mr. Wombat for a very generous a super chat. Thank you so much, Boo. Shout out to Paul Revere. He said, salute to the chat. This will be a good listen on my way to Orlando. Child, he is always going somewhere. I don't live in an echo chamber. I follow Amir and Charlie. The demons out here really think they silenced Kirk's message. They're in for a rude awakening. Well, that is a great point, right? You think, not you, but like the person that did this has basically helped to make this man a martyr. And then everyone that's carrying on about it is making him be, I don't know who this person is. I'm now learning about who he is, and so many other people will be doing the same damn thing because someone couldn't control themselves. Imagine that.
Yeah.
They said Trump was already talking about him. I didn't know that. I did not know that. That was his friend. I thought, what is his name? What's his son's name that we talked about before? Helped him win that damn election.
Barron,
yes.
This is amazing.
I mean, I'm not saying that he didn't help him, but clearly Charlie did too, from what I'm understanding, because he had young. Dude, how many times do I say, I was like, y'all, these liberal people, just to talk to it, because we've talked about this before, they sound crazy. What the fuck are y'all talking about from shit from 1940, 1950, 1960? You gotta change that shit for the newer generation. When Coach said the 90s is done, the 90s is done. These people still living in the fucking past, dealing with people who turn 18 and become whores immediately. Now, you think they give a damn about shutting, what is it? Oh shit, what are they doing at Target? Protest and all that shit? Nah, they don't care about that. Boycott. They're gonna buy whatever they want. They're the most consumerized people that we have seen in the longest fucking time. Why don't y'all see this? And to sit here and say, oh, Cam, we had the best campaign ever. Y'all really do have a problem up in here. And they think that they're gonna win an election?
Right.
Please.
Right.
No clue. Thank you so much, Paul Revere. I appreciate you, boo. Be careful on the way to Orlando. Shout out
travels, Moji.
Absolutely. Shout out to RB, and I appreciate you, boo. Blacks mainly are women be sticking our nose in other folks' business. Child, you know RB ain't gonna come through and start some ish. Blacks mainly are women. Women feels we need to fight everyone else's fight except those that need to be black gremlins. I don't disagree with you. Because not my baby. Because that's be the argument that I be having with people all the time. Because it's like, oh, what you're supposed to do. And I'm just like, I'm supposed to do what I'm doing. You either get the fucking message or you don't. I'm not white. Why do I need to be concerned about white people and what they do? They're going to be fine. Shout out to the white people, no shade. I'm not here to be carrying on about what the fuck white people do. I'm only talking about this now because you colors have inserted yourself into this shit unnecessarily and wrong for something that is an ABCD issue. And like y'all keep saying, white on white crime, and y'all still getting into the shit. But I don't see none of y'all going over there to help out with Ramika. Rest in peace to Ramika and her alleged deleter that got to get the fuck out, and the baby daddy who allegedly had something to do with it that got to go to fuck home now that both of those two, well, one son anyway, ain't got no damn mother. Now Meemaw got to be raising him at 6 damn years old. Y'all ain't got nothing to say about that? No Black Lives Matter for that? I'm confused. Why aren't y'all calling? What? Let me stop. RBN, thank you, boo. Kill a white symbol, the message grows. Kill a black symbol, the message dies. Oof. Side note, Charlie is the one who suggested J.D. Vance to... Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that part. No.
Oh my goodness. This is what I'm talking about. Wow. Okay.
I didn't know that part, no.
Wow. Thanks for the info, child. Okay. All right, let me let this play some more, child. Woo! Ooh, thank you for the info. Shout out to everyone that's donated. Y'all, please make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you are new.
Why are things like this being promoted right now? Why are things like this being said? You don't see that type of behavior on the right. You don't. Even the center, you don't. You just don't. Like, again, you're listening to a black gay man who used to be so far on the left crying in the streets. And now I'm more center right, admittedly, because of my own research that I've done. You know, people think I grew up so privileged. I've been homeless before. I've been sent to conversion therapy. Like, there's so much to me and my story. So, like let's get any pre-notions about who I am and what I do. Like, get those out. Okay, this video is for the person that I once was, who was lost in this realm, in this mainstream, in this news cycle, not knowing what to believe, where to go. That's when I make content like this. Again, this party of love, inclusivity, positivity, like it's everything but. There's this massive wave, and we'll get into that in another video. There's this massive wave of people leaving the left. You don't see it that much from the right, and there's a reason for that. You think about George Floyd in 2020. George Floyd passed, and in response to George Floyd dying, was a summer of riots, $2 billion in damage, and over like 30 people killed. We lose Charlie Kirk, and the only thing that's happening is vigils and people mourning, and then everybody on the left very happy and ecstatic that Charlie has passed. Not to say.
Now, of course, we didn't see into all that, right? That is what was going on in 2020. Everybody was in the house bored. Then all of a sudden they come outside to set shit on fire and to, carry on about, what shouldn't have happened, of course. Another one. No, I don't think, he should have been taken on up out of here either. Sorry. Everybody can think what they want. But then he became the martyr, right? I think he became the martyr. So you couldn't say anything about George Floyd with black people, right? So now this is happening. And now they're trying to act like it's a problem because basically he's about to be martyrized. That ain't even on us, black people. Let them have that man be the martyr. Who cares? Why do y'all care? Go ahead.
That's the key to martyrdom. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I forgot who said it, but the message, somebody, I think it was Wombat maybe, that said the message is now microphone and amplified. Yes, that's what martyrdom is.
Mm-hmm.
Leaving that fucking stain behind, like KS, right? Rest in peace, Big G, Godfather.
Mm-hmm.
He rang the bell. The bell cannot be unrung. You smell me?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Even though it was something else that removed him from the dimension, right? So he doesn't get martyrdom. But the way how Kirk got taken out, he's a martyr now.
For sure.
He's definitely without a doubt in my mind.
You just now said they got flags half staff.
He's a martyr now. The key to martyrdom is the message that you will leave behind, the stain that you left. You smell me?
Mm-hmm.
Just that easy.
It's vigils and people mourning, and then everybody on the left very happy and ecstatic that Charlie has passed. Not to say there weren't people making jokes about Floyd. That I'm not saying that wasn't the case, but at this caliber, insanity. We were hearing things like, where was this energy when the Democrat died in June? Okay, you're right. Where was this energy? Ever since Charlie Kirk died, you have had thousands of videos of people celebrating his death. You have teachers, college teachers, professors, deans losing their jobs because they are promoting and applauding assassins. Yet the right didn't have that energy when a Democrat died. One mainstream Republican, I believe, did or said some harsh things. But again, it wasn't to this caliber. It wasn't at this.
I don't even know who that was. I didn't even hear about that. The people that got deleted in June. Did you know about them?
In June?
Yeah, he's talking about, that looked like Michigan or something. I didn't hear Minnesota. Oh, you know about it?
Briefly. I didn't tap that line too heavy. It was I think it was her and her husband, I believe.
It looks like a man and a woman. I ran across that. I ran across it. I think it was her and her husband got basically bodied inside a crib, and I think it was trying to pin it on the MS-13 homies or some shit like that. I think that's what it was. I don't remember that at all, so I'm out the loop for that. Thank you, Med School, for another 10. He said this happened in Utah. The only blacks in Utah is Karl Malone's family. You know what? I totally forgot that Karl Malone was. Utah is the textbook definition of this ain't got shit to do with black people. I agree. I totally forgot about the Utah Jazz. I promise you, I totally forgot. Good job. Good job.
It is Utah though. You know, it'll be the blacks will be in like Salt Lake and shit like that.
Salt Lake City, Utah. Okay.
That's where the blacks would be at, for sure.
Level of people making fun of someone's death, applauding someone's death, and just the thing that we're seeing right now doesn't reflect you or just the average person out there. Do not become the hate you claim to fight. Don't do it. Don't. As we go through this video, I want you to keep in mind some key things and just some things to have in the back of your head regarding who actively calls for and promotes political violence.
I just don't even know why there aren't uprisings all over the country. Maybe there will be.
People need to start taking to the streets. This is a dictator.
You know, there needs to be unrest in the streets for as long as there's unrest in our lives.
Enemies of the state.
Show me where it says that protests are supposed to be polite and peaceful.
Do something about your dad's immigration practices, you feckless.
They go low. We can.
How do you resist the temptation to run up and wring her neck?
Biggest terror threat in this country is white men, most of them radicalized right up to the right.
I thought he should have punched him in the face. I said, even if you lost, he insulted your wife.
Yes.
He went down the escalator and called Mexicans rapists and murderers. He said, well, what do you think I should have done? I said, I think you should have punched him in the face and then gotten out of the race. You would have been here.
We're only one third through this video, and I'm done playing it because it just keeps going on. All these news outlets, left wing, CNN, MSNBC, all these news pundits, literally calling for violence. You know, words have meaning. You're calling someone, even myself, every day, get called racist, homophobic, transphobic, bigot, Nazi. I've been called it all. Like you destroy the meanings of these words and you just throw them out nonstop. You really do.
Oh, you mean words like racism?
Correct.
You mean saying everything is racist all the time when it really is not the case because you just got nothing else to say?
He's absolutely correct.
He put all of that together.
He's absolutely fucking correct.
Wow.
We just talked about this. We just talked about words losing their meaning when they enter social saying and social lexicon. We just talked about that.
Yes, exactly. Woo.
And when politicians do things like this, it boils my blood. Not even just politicians, but mainstream pundits and political commentators. I've never, like there are some fringe people out there, but on this level, this mainstream, on the right, calling for violence in this manner, no, you don't see it. You just don't. And the lies. There's so many out there that we'll go through, but we're going to focus on Charlie Kirk for this video. But here's an inkling. Here's just one example of a small lie that is like, it's one card in a house of cards of lies that they have built, that they present.
He definitely ABCD.
Yeah, he is, for sure.
His mannerisms just tell it all, bro.
As a mainstream media, it's hard to look at the news for a lot of people and think, well, they're all lying to me. But it's the little lies, just add up, that just like when you step away from that and you look at it from a clear lens, you're like, oh shit, like what is really going on? The quote that I'm going to pull up is from advocate.com, and the title is Reactions to Far-Right Activist Charlie Kirk's Death Pour in Across the Political World. And they have a section here from GLAAD, GLAAD. It's a LGBTQ rights nonprofit organization. Where it gets crazy to me is right here. GLAAD stressed the extent to which Kirk and Turning Point USA promoted anti-LGBTQ+ narratives. The group highlighted Turning Point College's campus campaigns featuring speakers such as Riley Gaines, Chloe Cole, and Pastor Jensen Yu, who regularly spoke against transgender people. You guys, Chloe Cole's trans. Chloe Cole was a trans minor that got a double mastectomy as a minor and actively speaks out against transitioning minors so that they did not have to go through all the medical defects and mental turmoil that Chloe Cole is now going through because she was sent down the right to transition as a minor.
I was medicalized starting with puberty blockers and then testosterone at the age of 13. I went on to have a double mastectomy at 15.
You have GLAAD, this gay organization, calling Chloe Cole anti-trans people. They're literally, that's just one example, you guys. That's just one example. Again.
Now I got to be learning about ABCs, child. This is not where I thought I would be. Why I gotta be learning about ABCs? Because you colors can't be the fuck quiet and just stay out of shit. Lord have mercy. Now GLAAD ain't shit. But that's what the ABCD is saying. Child, I don't know this Chloe and Pastor and all these other people. Now I gotta be learning about it. Did you know this? Did you know any of this?
About them people?
Yeah.
I know them people.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yo, this is coming from him. So I'm assuming that he know what he's talking about. Blade said these blockers mess with bone density.
Yes, it does.
I don't even know what that means.
Fucks you up,
it don't sound good, huh?
I know about that shit. That shit fucks you up.
Oh, okay.
It fucks with your pineal. Oh God. It's bad though.
Isn't that what Medicaid was paying for until Trump changed that? It was
so there was assistance for it once you went through the full processes of, let's say, for one, you had to be an adult. The full process was psychology therapy, And I think once you pass that one, then you get opened up to the medications. And once your medications are in your system, I believe then you get the knife.
This is relatively new stuff. I've never heard of this.
Yeah, it's relative. It's relatively new, but because but because of the government contract, right?
Mm-hmm.
We had to do it's called equal opportunity training on it.
Mm.
So that's when they talked about it and they gave the information out for people. And the reason why the psychological factor was so great is because it's linked to gender dysmorphia.
Mm.
You smell me?
Right. Yeah.
So it's not like I could wake up in the morning and just say, boop, 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 boop. Yeah, yo, cut off my pipe. They ain't gonna work that way.
Well, how about the fact that because it's not something from, let's say, at least the 70s, because I'm going to just say not before the 2000s, and everyone's carrying on about drug companies and how much money they make and what they do. So does no one see that they probably making hand over fist from this as well? More money than ever?
Yeah.
Cure for cancer? But you can make sure that you can change somebody from this to that, from this to that. I didn't even think about that until now. Crazy.
It's
I show all
something
this.
it's extremely sensitive because it's new, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
It's extremely sensitive. I think that's what True Omega Sun is getting at. The brain, it says brain. It is wild. When we went through the training on it, it was pretty fucking. Yeah.
And I'm saying all this because this is what Charlie inspired me to do. It's what he told me to do. And I'm very honored and very thankful for the interactions that I've had with him in the past. Truth matters. Context matters. And I hope that you walk away from this video with at least a more open mind and understanding on why so many people genuinely love the things he had to say and how he operated and moved through this realm. Regardless, in this video, I'm going to be recapping all the things that are currently being said and discussed about Charlie Kirk, starting off with gun rights.
You will never live in a society when you have an armed citizenry and you won't have a single gun ban. That is nonsense. It's dribble. But I think it's worth it. I think it's worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year so that we can have the Second Amendment to protect our other God-given rights. That is a prudent deal. It is rational.
And this is important because it's a clip that's kind of like a gotcha. Well, Charlie called for this. He asked for this. No, he did not. There's a strong difference between advocating for gun rights because you can protect yourself with your personal safety and also from a tyrannical government versus a right for mentally ill people to commit political assassinations. There's a major difference, and obviously there's some context that goes into that. No one, he's not he's not advocating for political assassins to take place. He's not advocating for crazy people to go out there and be shooting people willy-nilly. No, he's acknowledging the fact that some shootings will happen, but we also can acknowledge that this assassination of Charlie Kirk is bigger than just a random shooting. That's not what this is. This is a planned and targeted attack. That's what that was. It was an attempt to silence this extremely growing faction of people that are going against mainstream media, speaking up for the truth and being loud about it. A movement that Charlie has been behind and is highly, highly responsible for. And all this did, honestly, was push forward his beliefs even more. Yes, unfortunately, bad people get a hold of guns and they do something horrible, but I'm not looking at that clip of Charlie Kirk and think, well, he clearly asked for it because, he's fine with citizens having guns. No, that's just not how that works. Empathy. Now, there's also a clip of
Go ahead.
The gun is not the issue. Having the strap, having the rat, having the banger, the blower, whatever new terms we're using, the switch, the what's the fuck? The glizzy. The gun is not the issue. Guns don't just walk around the street firing shit off. You smell me?
Exactly.
And so what he is saying is us having the Second Amendment in play and is important to us because at the end of the day, tyrannical governments do happen.
Mm-hmm.
And when they wrote that to say at any time the people should have the ability to defend themselves against tyranny.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I remind you one more time, this was written for responsible people.
Yes.
A different type of brain set, different type of mindset from then to now.
That's a key.
That's an important key when we start talking about constitutional laws. Those they were the time they were written, it was a different time.
True.
But he's absolutely right. If bad people commit these crimes and good people go after them and make it real and make it raw and fix it, then you can't do something that affects the majority to the minority. It's back to majority versus minority thing again.
Mm-hmm.
And you understand? It's not like it's not happening in this mass number that people think it is. Does it happen? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Should it not happen? Yes.
Correct.
Should it be less? Yes.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
But the majority and the minority conversation is where kind of like Charlie's talking about. And the preservation of something that is so enrooted in America. A lot of countries don't have that specific law. A lot of countries don't have the law like that.
Mm-mm.
A lot of countries' constitution is written specifically for the country and however they want to run it. Like London, England, and England, you can't even have straps like that.
Do they have less gun violence is the question, though.
Yes, but they have more stabbing violence.
Oh, shoot. We'll just switch to something else. That's all.
There you go. So it's not the tool that's being used.
Take the cars, take the knives, take the forks, take everything. Yeah.
Take the spatula.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure that will work too. It's not funny, y'all. It's not funny. I'm just saying. Because I'm thinking to the white woman that was screeching on one of the videos I saw on Instagram talking about now maybe somebody will do something about guns. And I'm like, who? There's a Republican president. Woman, what are you talking about?
Yeah, the Dems couldn't pull that shit off.
Right. There's nothing's going to change. Maybe if we get crazy people on up out of here, maybe that will, help with that. And stop letting people think that whatever they think is what's true and bring people back to reality. That probably would help a little bit. But what the hell do I know?
That's going around.
Criminals
Charlie
and
Kirk talking
gangsters
about
don't abide by the law anyway.
And let's just hear what
that was the point the other day as well. So if we get our weapons taken away, the criminals, you think they're gonna be like, oh, you know what, child, we gonna stop too. So then we just gonna be sitting fucking ducks. That's what they want, because that's why they continue to have empathy for fucking criminals too. Including, I ain't even gonna get into it, but always got empathy for criminals. And don't ever talk about weapon violence when they do it, right? Mm-hmm. But they can steal and take shit, and it's like they gotta feed their families, all the excuses in the world.
Right.
Goodness gracious.
Yes,
the new communication strategy is not to do what Bill Clinton used to do, where he would say, I feel your pain. Instead, it is to say, you're actually not in pain. So let's just very short clip. Bill Clinton in the 1990s, it was all about empathy and sympathy. I can't stand the word empathy. Actually, I think empathy is a made-up new age term that it does a lot of damage, but it is very effective when it comes to politics. Sympathy, I prefer more than empathy. That's a separate topic for a different time.
Important. At the end, he says, sympathy is what I prefer more than the word empathy, because he feels like empathy is a word that's being taken advantage of. And it is. It is an overblown word. It is a word that has been, if we're going to explain that quote and what he was referring to and talking about, this idea that's been growing that we have to be empathetic of everybody. And there comes a point where our empathy clouds our judgment. There comes a point where you're so empathetic. Instead of having sympathy for somebody, you're so like, I feel your pain and I don't want you to have pain here. Just take anything, where that ruins society. Something that I often think about is this growing hatred, like infighting within the LGBTQ community. And I'm not kidding you guys. This growing faction of trans men who hate gay men because trans men are saying trans men are men. The only reason.
Child, what? Oh my God. Now y'all infighting under ABCDs. I can't take it.
I'm gay. I'm sorry. All due respect to females out there. The only reason I'm gay is because I don't like women. Like biological women. I don't like biological women. Trans men are biological women. Obviously, that's not going to work out. So you have some gay people like, you need to be empathetic towards these trans people and recognize them as a man that they are. We're different. And then people are like, well, that hurts their feelings. You're being transphobic. You're being a bigot. And it's being overused. It's being overused. Oh, well, we have to be empathetic towards Leah Thomas changing in the restroom and identifying as a female. Leah Thomas is walking into this women's locker room, slanging the elephant trunk all around, making all the women, biological women, feel uncomfortable. But people are using the term, oh, you have to be empathetic towards Leah. Leah identifies as a female. She's a female. That word is being used in a negative manner. That's what all that was talking about. He appreciates and values the word sympathy. So people are taking this quote out of context and say, well, I don't have empathy for Charlie because Charlie doesn't like empathy. Look deeper. Stop listening to friend groups. Stop listening to tweets. Stop listening to TikToks. Like literally, just think deeper about these things, you guys. Think deeper. Think critical, and the truth will be revealed. Gay people.
You know what? Bill Clinton did used to say that all the time. I feel your pain. Maybe that's where it did start. He's right about that, because as soon as he said it, it got triggered into my head. He did used to say that all the time. And I don't care about how you feel, because like I always say, you don't give a fuck about how I feel, so I'm not sure why I'm supposed to give a fuck about you. Go ahead.
I thought I was tripping for a little bit
About
sympathy and empathy. So I just started Googling it again. Right? Empathy is understanding, but sympathy is sharing. So if you
to be empathetic, I'm supposed to care about you and your feelings, I think is what he said. To have empathy, to have sympathy is like, I feel like they're the same thing personally.
They're pretty fucking close.
They're synonymous for sure. But to have sympathy, I think that he's saying that's the word that we used to use is sympathy. I have sympathy for what you're going through. I always think of when someone dies, I have sympathy for you for the death of whoever, whatever, however. But empathy, I'm supposed to care about everything that you care about. And if it hurts your feelings, I should care too. I don't give a fuck about your feelings. I don't. That's why we had the participation trophy discussion, because we're supposed to have empathy for the fucking losers who can't do the work and can't win. You're supposed to have empathy for those jackasses. So you can't bowl a 200, but we should have empathy for you just because you're going to feel bad about the fact that you can't do it. Well, bitch, that means you got to work the fuck harder. You don't just get shit just because you're you. And I hear Bill Clinton in my head talking about, I feel. He did used to say that all the time.
It's okay. Those two words are fucking weird to me right now. Empathy is comprehension, while sympathy came across to me as feeling this person's pain.
Yeah, I would agree.
Empathy is saying, I understand why you're in pain. All right. Okay. I'm not gonna. Maybe I'm off the marquee, which is fine. I always thought about it in that way. Like empathy is understanding it, and sympathy is actually feeling it. So like sympathy is actually where you kind of sharing that feeling with that person. That's how I've always thought about it. I'm Googling it right now, and is this one of those? Are these one of those social things again?
That's what he's basically saying about empathy.
Is this one of those social lexicon things where the meaning through time gets fucked over?
I think that people have taken it and watered it the fuck down and made it to be what they want it to be. And then we're supposed to feel bad when we don't have empathy, because I don't. You know, that's the tagline here: no empathy, no sympathy. Because if you always have empathy and sympathy for everything, you're never going to get anywhere, because you got to spend all your time with every single fucking person and their thought that their problem and issue is yours. It's not mine. That's a you fucking problem. Get out of my face. I have my own issues that I'm not bringing to you. So why are you bringing your shit to me thinking that I should give a fuck? I don't. If that's making me mean, I don't give a fuck. That's what it is.
So I don't have sympathy.
I don't have either. Let me rephrase. I have it when I should have it. I'm sorry. Go ahead, boo.
I'm just saying I have empathy because I could comprehend why somebody's feeling sad or angry or happy. I could comprehend it. Right. But I don't have sympathy. Like, why would you pity somebody?
That's why I feel like the sympathy is for me, it's like when somebody dies, then I have my deepest condolences, sympathy to you and your family, because I do feel bad. Like for Ramika's son, I have sympathy for him. I will just say empathy and sympathy, because again, maybe Amir is right about this made up term with the empathy and the sympathy. But I just feel like I agree with him with the empathy is you're supposed to empathize with everybody's situation. Just like if you think you're a 10 when you know damn well you're a negative 10. And if I say, bitch, you a negative 10, oh, that's not right. You should have empathy for her. Fuck that bitch. And if you got to buy 2 seats on the fucking plane, buy 2 seats. I only have to buy 1. So why the hell should I share my seat with you that I bought because your fat is coming over into the seat? Fuck you. I don't have empathy for you. Buy 2 fucking seats or take a fucking train. I don't have any empathy or sympathy for that. I'm wrapping it up. Maybe it's me.
Well, yeah, maybe I'm just, at this point, I'm just like, maybe I don't have either.
I don't. It's just very
maybe I don't have either. Like,
and I'm okay with that. It depends on who, when, where, how, and why. I can't just give it out. Pause. I just can't give it out to anybody just because they feel bad. It's not my problem to make you feel better. It's your responsibility to make you feel better, not me. And why do you care about what I think anyway? I don't care what you think.
So let's say we talk about the other piece to it, right?
Yes.
Compassion. Could you have compassion and not have empathy and sympathy?
I can definitely have compassion for a particular situation, and it doesn't mean that you need to have empathy or sympathy. In my opinion.
My brain is spinning 1,000 miles an hour now.
Let's move on. Let me get back to True Omega said, you can't use these words with people who don't care and have weak moral compass. How you treat the least of you is how you treat me. Scripture. So I feel like that's exactly what I'm saying. Because again, at the end of the day, you just want someone to make you feel better and support your bullshit, which is why people come over here and give a hard time, because I'm not supporting their bullshit and they don't like it. So I get to be called all these names, which is not even, warranted. But that proves to me that you don't even have a good argument. That's why you go to the calling of the names, because that's all you got.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
You don't even have an argument that makes any damn sense.
Exactly.
El Maestro, thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate you, boo. Very, very generous of you. Thank you so much for being here. Everyone, please make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. If one of the mods, could drop full drinking and half thinking and scales and tails, I'd appreciate it. Everyone, please make sure you go ahead and follow Trent on both of his channels. Appreciate you. Shout out to Alexander X, a member for 19 months. Shout out to you, boo. He said, messy child. Y'all hit the like button and subscribe if you are new. That's what he always says. Thank you so much, Alexander X. I appreciate you.
That's my guy right there.
Absolutely. Alexander X always comes in with the child.
That's my guy.
All right, now we on to the ABCDism. Woo!
I'm a gay conservative, and I just want to ask you, what do you have to say for people like me who kind of feel like, I guess it's kind of hard for gay conservatives because there's not a lot of us. So, like, what do you have to say to other gay people who need to realize, like, they do have a choice?
Yeah, first of all, welcome to the conservative movement. I don't think you should introduce yourself just based on your sexual attractions.
I agree.
Because that's not who you are.
I like to be thought of as a person. And
for sure, you are a complete human being, and I'm sure you treat people well, and you're studying something. So I want to get away with this idea that you're gay anything. I just think that we have gone a long way in the negative direction in this country, where we act as if the most important part of your identity is what you do in the bedroom. It doesn't mean that much to me, but if you ask from a perspective as a Christian, I don't agree with that lifestyle. But politics is about addition and multiplication. I imagine you agree with a lot of what we talk about. Absolutely. Right? Strong borders, strong country, and for that, we welcome you into the conservative movement.
That's what they call him.
And for that, you are welcome to the conservative movement. Oh, I thought he was homophobe too?
Oh, Charlie?
Yeah.
Of course they're gonna label it. I mean, racist and homophobic is probably the two words they need to call somebody nowadays besides a PDF file.
Everybody racist though.
Right. So how much we were talking about shit the other night. Mm-hmm. Keep crying wolf, right?
Yes.
Keep crying wolf. And when you're really in need, when you really got an issue, you think it's gonna be the same action? No, it's not. It's not gonna be the same value to it.
That was like a thing back in the day. Oh my God, I was like a fable or something. Now it just left my brain that quick. But it's basically, something that grandmothers taught us way back in the day. Shout out to Generation X. Those lessons are lost. I guess that's why they don't even say any of that stuff anymore, because everybody's just supposed to get whatever it is that they want. That clearly we figured out what the problem is. Everybody's supposed to have everything that they want. Everybody can't have everything that they want. They can't. Oh, maybe that's what it is. The boy who cried wolf. That's what it is. Thank you, Will Quill. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's what it is. Keep crying wolf. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Thank y'all. Appreciate you.
The boy who cried wolf was a story. Yeah.
Agree. Shout out to Judge Love. Thank you, Judge. Mike Love. He said they'll get mad at you even if you don't have an opinion on their topic. For sure. For sure. But damn well, I got to think the same way or else that. And then these will be the same people talking about I mean, I'm not really sure what fascism is, saying all these terms, and it's like, but the stuff that you say, it really sounds like you really wanted any daggone way. You just mad that it's Donald Trump. You lost. This actually is a good indicator of exactly what he's talking about. You lost. So go back to the drawing board, figure it out for the next time that the competition comes up, and figure out what you need to do in order to win and do better. So instead, we'll just attack this whole time, and then another election will come around, and then y'all will continue to lose. In my opinion, that's what I think. If we're going to make it left versus right anyway. I don't know if you care.
It's so upside down, man.
For sure.
It's so upside down. It doesn't even... Most times you can't really make just basic sense of this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And when people feel the need to remove you from this dimension simply because your views are different, we fucked up bad.
Right. Agree.
Just like how Charlie Kirk was talking to the dude just now, the ABCD dude.
Mm-hmm.
He spoke to him with dignity and respect.
Yep.
The same shit that was not afforded to him.
Correct. That's a great point.
We still talking about the First fucking Amendment. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
So y'all want to stop his rights, but your rights need to fucking carry on?
Mm-hmm.
Does that even it's not even a linear balance scale thing.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty much what you're saying is somebody should have clapped Tyler because Tyler disagreed with him.
Yes, so it'll never end. It's never ending.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
There's no more respect and dignity.
Mm-mm.
If you disagree with me on my stance about ABCDs, if you disagree with me on my stance about blacks or the Jewish community or the Mexicans or the red what you call them, Republicans, you are now on the fucking chopping block at any time.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty much I could go get my rifle, put a 60-round clip in it, and just go hammers at a voting booth in a blue city or red city because I know for a fact they gonna vote this direction. What are we talking about?
They're not thinking that far ahead.
What are we talking about?
I agree with you. True Omega. Thank you, Boo. He said, at this rate, be mindful of who you defend and offend. Yeah, I agree. Sides are being drawn and conflict is on the lips of the unwise. Peace. Thank you, Boo. I don't disagree with you.
Well said.
Foolishness, crazy. I don't disagree with you. Thank you so much. Shout out to all of y'all that are here. I pinned Trent's channel to the top of the chat. Please go ahead and subscribe. Make sure you hit the like button. Come on, Amir.
Oh, well, he said he doesn't agree with that lifestyle and he doesn't like gay marriage. That's fine. You don't have to think 100% with me on board. And just because you don't like what gay people do doesn't mean I'm gonna write you off as a bigot, homophobic person and then like boom, it's not gonna talk to you for the rest of my life. No. Do you have any idea how gay Turning Point is? With all due respect. You have any idea how many gay people is employed there? Any idea how many gay influencers have been on Turning Point's platform? Like, I can't comprehend this idea that he's this homophobic bigot just because he is very fond of his religion and he doesn't think two guys should be able to get married. There's a lot of people that think that. I personally think the government should be out of marriage completely. But again, I'm not going to write somebody off just because they have one opinion that may change, one opinion that we probably can reach a middle ground like the government getting out of marriage. But very kind, very respectful, very opening to lots and lots of gay people out there. That was the Charlie I knew. Everybody knew. Like he was very nice and cool with lots of different gay people out there. It was not that big of a deal. Trans people.
I just want to say I'm a transgender male. What age should kids be able to get things like hormone therapy? Because I don't know what's true, what's not.
Tell me, are you comfortable telling me your story?
I've known that since like 3rd grade, and I'm currently 19, almost 20. I've known basically since then. I didn't start going by like a different name until 7th and 8th grade. I just don't know like with the whole medical stuff, like what's true, what's not.
I'm gonna let this person finish, but Charlie gets called a transphobic bigot. The crowds get called transphobic bigots. There's a trans person that went through that crowd is asking a question. No one's heckling them.
What did she ask him?
Harassing them.
She's trying to find out what does Charlie think about when children should be able to start transitioning. But here's my thought with her saying that.
This
Why
is amazing.
do you care what he thinks about this subject? Because personally, I think these people came up with these questions to try to get him riled up so that they could all say, see. Why would you care? If I thought Charlie Kirk was racist against black people, I promise you I'm not going to wait and sit and be amongst the MAGA people in order to get up there and say, I heard you don't like niggas. Like, well, how stupid do I look? I'm talking about me. Why would I do that? But they care about what he thought. This is them. This is the same difference as the colors at the end of the day. These are the same. You think that he don't like gay people, ABCDs, trans, or whatever, and yet you waited to come up here to say something to him, to get a rile, to get a viral, whatever the reasons are. Just like the gay conservative. You don't leave with him a gay conservative because you thought he was going to say, get the fuck away from me. I'm telling you, that's what these people thought, allegedly. Oh my God, get away. Leave me alone. I don't want to talk to you. I hate you. And he still sat there and talked to him. That's what I think.
Give me the screen.
Huh?
Give me the screen.
How I do that?
I'm about to boom. About to open up. Boom. Thank you. Listen, y'all. Listen to this shit. Coolie Cat. Coolie Cat, you listen to.
I love you. And you know what I think? I think you really want a big black dick in your ass.
There's something called inciting speech, which is a crime.
Yeah, because you can't yell fire in a crowded theater.
Or say bombas on a plane.
Yeah.
Or in an airport.
Correct.
This is how she addresses this fucking man.
Right.
And this is how you know people use their gender and orientations to be fucking see you next Tuesdays. Who the fuck are you talking to? You think she got the fucking heart to talk to me like that? No. She's using his own nature and his nurture against him. Not comprehend. She's trying. There you go. My bad. She's trying to, not knowing that she's exposing herself to be a raging see you next Tuesday. That's how lost they are in thought. They really think they making other people look a certain type of way or trying to make people look a certain type of way when you're only flaws yourself.
Exactly.
You think she got the heart to really get down? Get the fuck. She get parked up. Plain and simple. She would get parked hella fast.
But go ahead. Go ahead. I was just gonna say, but look, it's a woman. It's a black woman, it looks like, or a minority of some sort.
Of course.
So you wasted your time and waited to come to a place where it's probably mostly MAGA, mostly white people, to get in front of this crowd. And it looks like that might be his wife there in order to be disrespectful as per fucking usual. And then as soon as someone says something, then you're going to say they racist. No, bitch, you are a confused, see you next Tuesday, just like he said. And then you coloreds won't call this shit out. This is so unnecessary. It's disrespectful. It's rude. And it's unladylike. It's classless. But y'all don't call this shit out. You're trying to get a rise out of him. And I don't know if you're going to play it, but I'm pretty sure he didn't fall for it. You expect him to get up and say, you fucking black bitch. So then y'all can just hear that part and say he's racist. No, you're a see you next Tuesday. And want, as usual, to rile someone up. And you hear the crowd. You hear the crowd. To have your viral moment for whatever your reasons are on the strength of Charlie Kirk, because if you weren't there, no one would give a fuck about you and wouldn't listen to you. So you're playing off of his, I don't know, star power, his celebrity, whatever you want to call it, in order
Good
to
nature, all that.
Yes, exactly.
All that.
Exactly.
All that. And swear to God, in her brain, this is empowering.
Yes.
Swear to God, in their brain, this is empowerment for them.
It's
you know what?
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, and I talked about, I think I talked about this on the back channel about the mental issues that go on in those communities.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about it on the back channel, and I was supposed to shoot a show about it. And the reason I didn't shoot the show about it because it was Umar. And I don't fuck with Umar like that. But when you see the behavior being displayed in that manner, you make Umar look like he's fucking God.
Yep.
She couldn't go up there and have some dignity and respect.
No.
This is a simple adult talking to another adult. One.
Mm-hmm.
A human talking to a human.
Mm-hmm.
You left your dignity and respect in your vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Sat out there in the hot sun to get your little 15 seconds, 15 minutes of glory, and you still end up looking like a raging see you next Tuesday. So you're a fucking failure.
I'm sure she looked great for women, because anytime, those liberal feminist women do anything to think that they're making a man look bad, and then you would wonder why any of us with common sense wouldn't be down with y'all. You're crazy. I would never be around a woman that would talk like this out in public, thinking that she was doing something. Never, ever. It's one thing when I'm doing this show, y'all, and I hope I don't talk like that. It's one thing when I'm here entertaining. It's something different in real life when I'm out here with my family, when I'm representing my fucking family, when I'm at a work event, when I'm trying to be at work in order to progress at work, or when I'm in front of my grandmother showing some respect, and my aunts and things of that nature. No. Y'all don't even know that difference. You don't even care about who's around. You don't even care that his wife is there, his kids are there, or any other kid that might be there, because all you give a fuck about is you. Selfish. But then we are supposed to have empathy, and that's why I do not.
I'm telling you, this false sense of empowerment, it's all given for certain reasons, dog. Imagine being born a certain way, but like the Almighty Creator designed you to be melanated, highly medium melanated, low melanated. Imagine your ancestors getting smoked out, mistreated, put in chains, sent to the gallows, castrated, maimed, mistreated, simply because their skin tone was different.
Right. That's not acceptable.
And now today, y'all are equating somebody making a decision to lay down with the same sex to something that the Almighty God Creator gave down. That alone in itself is a sickness.
Something.
You cannot equate the two, but they constantly try to equate the two, because apparently everybody between the blacks and the LGBTQs and the ABCDs, we're supposed to have some type of link and some type of bonding moment because we are marginalized. I'm telling you, they did it in the fucking 60s. That was the hinge point where they attached women's feelings to the civil rights movement. The very last move that was made was the liberation, where women liberation, so they could be whores and birth control. These things ain't happenstance things. But like you keep saying, guess who is the most affected?
Disproportionately affected. Mm-hmm.
Let them live their life the way they fucking choose to. I would sit here with my folded chair and watch this shit motherfucking crash, dog.
With
At this point, I really don't have empathy and sympathy. I really don't think so.
I don't have any. I don't.
But I have compassion though. So that's where I'm kind of like twisted up a little bit. I have compassion, but I don't feel pity for people, man.
I don't. You're a fucking adult.
So maybe I have empathy.
There aren't gremlins,
but not sympathy. I'm not completely sure about it.
Like Ramika meets his son, I have sympathy for him and the grandmother that now has to raise a 6-year-old that she shouldn't have to. That's all I got. I got it for them. But I don't see any of these people over there trying to get that figured out and protesting and Black Lives Mattering it up for that young woman and that child and that grandmother that shouldn't be going through this. Now, make sure you talk about Charlie Kirk, but I'm the problem. Got it. Did you want to finish playing this to see what his answer was?
Yeah. It's more. It's way more.
Okay.
Well, you seem pleasant. Are you married?
Was your mom married?
Are you married?
Because I got a call from the doctor. She missed her fucking abortion.
Yeah, who you talking to, dog? This false confidence, this false tough shit, it will only happen here in this setting.
Of course.
All that shit she carrying on with, dog.
She's protected.
Her shoes gonna be on the telephone line, dog. This fake shit.
You seem so sweet.
Charlie, you seem so fucking stiff and white. Do you have
So clever, she brought race into it. Didn't see that one
Always.
I did see that shit coming. Damn, I'm fucking surprised, right?
I tell you. And then he's the racist, of course. Of course.
So stiff and so fucking white.
Mm-hmm.
You think he could? You think it's his fault that he's white? So Charlie mom made a different decision and laid down with a black man, then Charlie wouldn't be a white man. Charlie don't have a decision in when that was made and what his mama did with her activities. That was his decision.
This is a unhinged, emotional biatch who's so enraged with alleged racism that all thought has left the brain, if there was any there, probably because she listens to Rolly, Clown, and the other one, and them girls over there on that podcast, because racism is all you can be focused on, that you don't even see that you are just a bitch at the end of the day. That is representative of someone like me, because I'm a black woman and I should just have empathy and go along with it. Fuck that and fuck her too. Okay? Exactly. He's right. And like Hiram said in the chat, because he is a debater, he is not going to lose a cool. Her cool was never there.
Gone.
And the shade room will cover it and say, yeah, sis, go, sis.
She has no thought. Without the thought, you lack behavior.
Right.
I keep telling y'all, it's called the fucking bar. Behavior is rooted in you talking about being self-aware, having accountability, which is the A.
Mm-hmm.
And when you lock down on accountability, you become responsible. B-A-R. And clearly she has none of it.
She's just doing I'ma tell you, that's all. And they support that and think that shit is cute. And it's not. It's never been cute. Can't imagine why so many women have a difficult time finding a relationship, finding a man and get married.
Oh no, because being a fucking see you next Tuesday is the way to be.
It's so attractive, yes.
Right. Right. That's what every man wants.
Exactly.
That's what everybody wants to be around.
Yeah, this
right?
this is who you want to have children with, so that if
Right.
something happens
Right.
at the school, this is how she acts in front of everyone, and your child will be embarrassed for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I absolutely agree.
I don't understand why y'all don't, not y'all, you know what I'm saying, why y'all don't see this. But this would be cheered on, I'm telling you, by blogs. That's why Jasmine Crockett, who has simmered down for some reason, was always on the blogs, and they were supporting that. She told him, hey, she ate, and all that other ghetto ass bullshit.
Yep. It's so weird that the blogs have picked this up, hail her as a champion.
Mm-hmm.
She told off Charlie.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's exactly how I'm sure it went.
It'll trigger the algorithm. It'll be everywhere from tiki-taki to YT shorts, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna watch it, and the ignorant fucking people are gonna say, "Yeah, she did that because she told him his mom had an abortion because the doctor." Bitch, are you fucking slow?
Mm-hmm. Yes, very.
Is your mom married? Because I got a fucking call, from the doctor, and the doctor was like, she missed her fucking abortion. Oh my god, that was so clever. Fucking right, dude. Hell yeah, man.
It's just ignorance.
I don't even know. I don't know, but it's past ignorance, dog.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an ignorant motherfucker, G.
Mm-hmm.
This is past ignorance, dog. It gotta be another word to describe these people. Besides, see you next Tuesday. Besides, fucking bitch. It gotta be another word to describe these people. Gotta be another word. I just gotta hit the dictionary a little bit more and find it. Promise you.
Stick up your ass,
Is there something wrong with being white?
Charlie. Is there something wrong with a stick in your ass? Is what I'm asking.
Is there something wrong with a stick in your ass? Because that sentence made fucking sense. That's a sensible fucking sentence. Is there something wrong with a stick up your ass? You can't save a dog. Reason why my folded chair is in full effect. I got to put some WD-40 on it to make sure the hinges swing smooth. I could grab it with one arm and shake it, and it pops out. Fucking A, boy.
This is supposed to be acceptable, and then when someone says something, like if I say something, then I'm Auntie Ruckus and I'm a coon, and all I do is talk about my people. Y'all don't talk about people like this enough. Y'all don't talk about people like this enough to say, yeah, no, that's not how people I know act. And I would never know anyone, as I've said plenty of times, that would act or talk like this in real life. It's unacceptable. And it gets her nowhere, and it gets all those white people there a reason to say, see how they act. And then they will come and say, well, we don't care about white people. Yes, you do. That's why she took the time to wait and go and talk to him, because she cares, which is what the divestors were saying, is that Black women, this ain't me, but I agree with them. Black women care too much about what white people think. And the fact that it's coming from a divestor is crazy, right? You care too much about what they think, and you want them to accept all of your Black and Blackness just because they are who they are, but they don't give a fuck because they don't need anything from you. You need everything from them. I'm sorry, I don't disagree with their point on that. But they won't see that because, again, there was no reason for her to be here at this event. And God forbid if they had attacked her after this, and I don't know what goes on afterwards because of how disrespectful she was to him, because today, let her come out here and say that shit today. What you think gonna happen? And talk about him like this. What you think gonna happen? Ain't gonna be nothing nice. Allegedly.
Everybody tough, dog, and everybody Teflon, and everybody bulletproof, dog, when they protect it. Remember that story I told last night about me and my brother?
Mm-hmm.
That's some shit we really meant. We meant that shit to our fucking core. My bone marrow. My bone marrow was that way.
Mm-hmm.
When the shit get heavy, who riding with me? That's who the fuck I want to be around.
Mm-hmm.
And I guarantee I could count 2 homies. Guaranteed that ride. No question that. You know how much shit I want to go do for other motherfuckers?
Mm.
People think they're fucking tough. People have this mentality that they get down and they with the shits until you run across somebody that's really, really insane and local, and they get down and don't mind going to sit down somewhere. All this bad behavior shit they carrying on with is because they are protected, and they will instantly use those words, isms, schisms, phobias, and issuses, right?
Yep.
They will use those words as their shield and their fucking armor.
Yeah.
When it's simple as fuck, if you're not a raging to you next Tuesday, then life is fine. I treat everybody with dignity and respect out the gate.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's how I was brought up. That's how I was raised. If I make a mistake and I say some shit that offended you, let me know. Simply, my bad, dog. Not my intention. I got a little bit loose with my conversation. Easy day. Won't happen again. I try to be way more proactive in thought and speech. But these people constantly promote their bad behavior and pedestalize that shit in the name of being a protected group. Because remember, minorities are supposed to be protected groups.
Correct.
Man, y'all think I'll be out here sleeping on my fucking feet, dog? I'm out here smoking boots every fucking day, dog.
Let me read this super chat from Couch. He said there once was a man who was trans who could not pass because of his hands. He got in his feelings, gave up his round things. Now he's saving for cancer. Why? Sir? I don't even know if he's still here. I should freaking block you for that. Blade says the truth is going to offend. Nothing like rain, don't care who it fall on. I don't disagree with you. Let me get back to this. Continue with Amir. Shout out to y'all that are still here. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new.
No one's beating them. Charlie's sitting there being super respectful, hearing them out. That's all he ever did, was hear people out. Like he wasn't this radical person that was very mean and rude on.
Oh, he just said all he did was hear people out, kind of like what we just watched just a second ago.
Campuses, no. He could get stern with people. He was matching energy, that's for sure. He matched energy. But this is who we're talking about as someone super transphobic.
It's helpful because I've heard so many different opinions.
First of all, thank you so much for that.
Yeah, of
and
course.
So I'm going to have an opinion that very few people will ever tell you, which is I want you to be very cautious putting drugs into your system in the pursuit of changing your body. I instead encourage you to work on what's going on in your brain first. I think what you need first and foremost is just a diagnosis, just someone that is going to listen to what you've gone through, listen to what else is going on. My prayer for you, and again, very few people will say this, I actually want to see you be comfortable in how you were born.
Yeah.
I know that you might not feel that way, but I think that is something that you can achieve. I think that with the right team and the right people, you don't have to wage war on your body. You can learn to love your body.
That's the people. That's who that people are calling transphobic bigot. Someone like that in an interaction like that. Respectful, calm, telling a person how they feel, wishing them the best, going about their day. There's another one.
They're part of the problem, I think, with the hatred on trans people. It's really not that deep. Like if someone wants to dress up however they want, that's totally fine.
Okay, so
and I think that's where the hatred
I'm
comes
not
from.
preventing you from dressing
Yeah,
up like
yeah.
this. However, let me ask you a question. I will
Go
flesh
ahead,
this
go
out.
ahead.
So let's pretend you say you are a woman.
Yeah,
and
yeah, let's pretend.
I know you are a man, but I refuse to call you a woman.
Okay.
Who's the hateful one?
I would say you are. I mean, I wouldn't.
So
I
you're
wouldn't
going to
appreciate
force
it.
me and
I'm
shame
not
me.
forcing
No, hold
you
on a
to do
second.
anything, man.
I'm the hateful one.
It's really just like common courtesy.
It is
Is
never
it that much
common
effort?
courtesy to lie. You do
Okay.
not become a thing just because you say it, you are the thing.
So-
and guess what? Nobody in the history of the species that was born XX or born XY and transition is able to change their chromosomes. Every
Yeah.
one of your cells is coded either
The
XX or XY.
chromosome.
But
And
that's
it is an
where-
insult to women everywhere in this audience and across the country that's saying that you could just wear makeup and dress like a woman, undergo surgery, and that you magically become a woman.
Amazing.
And it is the abolition of women and is the abolition of reality.
That it can be hard to hear for some people. I will acknowledge that, but that's not transphobic. That's just the truth. There's a reason trans people exist. You have male and you have female. If you're transitioning from male to female, you're attempting to mimic the other thing, right? You're transitioning from male to female. Clearly, what that means is you were never that thing, and you're never going to be that thing. I have trans friends, love my trans friends. They acknowledge that they're what they were born as. They acknowledge their gender dysphoria. They acknowledge the mental health things that they go through. And that's all fine and dandy. And I call them what they want to be called, but you can't force that on somebody. The only reason all this attention has been on trans people the last few years is because their involvement in transitioning minors and being involved in women's spaces. That's it. The two most protected groups of people in the world, really, for the most part, it's kind of like off limits, women and children. Trans people in the United States.
Oh, is that not what you just said? Shout out to Trin. You're so smart. You smart.
You was beautiful. You was intelligent.
Yeah, all that. Thank you, Reaper. He said, I used to be in a woman's body, but then I was born.
Reaper a fool, boy.
I can't take y'all. I can't take
Reaper a damn fool.
but what he's saying, I absolutely agree. Both of them, Charlie and Amir here. And that's what I always said. I said, I'm not going at work. I'm not doing this pronoun shit. Fuck y'all. I'm not doing it. And my boss tried to be like, well, you need to do it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I've been misgendered all my life. All I did was correct people. It is not that fucking serious. But I'm not going to use the word that I know is plural to call you something when you're one single person. I'm not changing my knowledge of the English language because you think I should. I think you should miss me with that bullshit. I think you should leave me alone and we just not know each other because I'm not doing it. And if that's offensive to you, that sounds like a you problem. Because my English teacher didn't teach me incorrectly. I don't know what y'all's English teachers are teaching y'all, but that's just me. Goodbye, EJ. I can't. Y'all, can y'all be serious for a second? I can't take y'all. Too much.
The last few years have gone after women and children. There's other videos on my channel that we've talked about this in great length, but this is a thing that actually has happened. This is why people have become so vocal. There's a reason we see gay relations in the United States completely getting positive and getting better, and it starts plummeting when all this stuff started happening, when trans women in sports and trans in children. If we're going to look at it from a different perspective, kids, they can't drink, they can't vote, they can't smoke. They're kids. They're not grown enough. So this thought and idea that you can give a 14-year-old a double mastectomy, and before you say, oh, it doesn't happen, Chloe Cole, it does happen. Before you say it doesn't happen or that's wrong, these are things actively going on. I have all the books. When I'm talking about book bans, I have all the books in my closet. I've read them all, the LGBTQ books that have been banned. It's literally corn, giving instructions on how to please yourself. For 6th graders? Again, I wasn't going to be sitting here.
Oh, yeah. Remember when Joy Reid, everyone, was fighting that lady that wanted those books banned that was discussing exactly what he just said for y'all's kids? Because it ain't mine, even though I have to worry about my grandkids, to be able to check out those books so that you could get all that wonderful, important information while you're teaching people that something that's plural is something that you should be calling someone. Goodbye. He's absolutely right. We already know what it is. And nobody wants to fight it because somebody's going to say that you're one of the Obix-isms or whatever. Fuck that. Fuck that. No. That shit don't need to be in school. If you want to get it for your kid, go buy it and take it home. What's wrong with that? Or child, if it's at the library, go to the library, teach them about getting a fucking library card, the Dewey Decimal System, the catalog system, and then how to use microfiche and fucking go and check it the fuck out. Oh, no, that would require work. That would require work. Anyway.
Being told how to think. I bought the books. You can buy them. You can look in them. And you can decide for yourself if you really think that's appropriate for 5th and 6th graders. It's not. But on the topic of trans, Charlie Kirk really stood up for the women and children. And he did promote the detransitioners because their voice matters too. It does. Especially when you're dealing with minors. Not adults, minors. When you have this growing faction of trans people saying, hey, I was a trans minor and I made the wrong decision, at least wait till you're an adult. All of a sudden, that's being considered transphobic and bigoted. I thought we're supposed to listen to them. Notice whenever you're being invited to hear another side, it's always a term for them. Oh, they're transphobic, don't listen to them. They're TERFs, they're anti-trans people, they're self-hating gays, self-hating blacks. What if they're just people with opinions? What about that? Racism.
You are here in the wealthiest country ever. Yes. At
Hold on one
an
second.
university with all the...
Hold on. You know how mind-fuckish it is to see a 6'2" diesel dude wearing a dress and a wig and says, I'm a you know how you fuck your mind over even contemplating to switch over to say not man, but to say woman? You know how much of a mind fuck that is? Your brain sees it, your eyes take it in, spins it. You know what it is? But no, you have to reconstruct your brain on someone else's behalf. Because me and my regular conversation might offend you.
Mm-hmm.
You see a 5'4" thing with some cans, dressed like a member from the Wu-Tang Clan, but you supposed to call it him?
Yeah, allegedly.
You are fucking up your own brain and your own psyche.
Or those kids that are watching it. Mm-hmm.
You are fucking up your own psyche. I'm telling you, you're fucking up your own psyche. Because now you're telling your brain, you're reprogramming your brain to not live in true, not to live in experience, but to live in an emotional state. So you have to lie to yourself on someone else's behalf so they could feel good, but fuck you and your own psyche?
Yes. Basically, yes. And then we're supposed to have empathy for that whole situation.
Not happening.
On top of it all.
Not
exactly.
Fucking happening, G.
Exactly.
I just walk right past you, dog. Straight up.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
email.
saying. You can have all that. You can do all that. I don't give a damn. That don't mean that I have to agree with it. It don't mean that I have to acknowledge it. It don't mean that I have to play along. But when we say that, that's where it comes back to saying you're a obic, a ism, and all that. And it's like, call me what the fuck you want. But you don't run me and my thought, my mind, and what the fuck I do. It just don't work that way. But that's why I said it's always whatever somebody else has to say is supposed to be over the rest of us. And I'm like, I don't know where y'all got this twisted shit up from. I don't understand where y'all got this twisted shit up from. But y'all need to take that shit back and start all over again. Leave it on the cutting room floor. Because people is tired of it. And after this, because Nicole, and I don't know if she's still here or not, had said yesterday or day before yesterday, everybody's saying that he said all these things and he was a racist and he was all the ist and obics and everything. And it's like, she said, I would have to go and find the whole context because people will just take shit that they want and then it'll be out of context. So for Amir to be here and show this, I'm thinking that he's showing and proving that it's not necessarily what all the coloreds, and I'm just going to say them because I'm black, think that it is. But even if he was racist, so what? How does that change your damn life? And is it something that needs to be celebrated? Because we've seen many a times when something happens in the culture to people, everybody wants everyone to drop to the floor and give and receive and help and have the empathy and sympathy, no matter what. I don't know. I just don't have time for that. I don't have time for that. Because like I always say, you don't give a fuck about me at the end of the day. I already know that. So I'm not sure why you think I'm supposed to give a fuck about you. And I always say, you just leave us all the fuck alone. That's it. That's all. From me. That's what I think. You good?
Easy day.
Okay.
Easy day, it's so simple. You have to go to the extremes to fucking complicate it.
Right.
That's what it is.
Racism now.
Opportunity imaginable in front of you. And all you want to do is look backwards at everything that prevented you when you are a glaring example that there is no systemic racism and you can actually achieve your wildest dreams.
I'm not the only black person who exists out there. There's so many people who this culture is affecting to this day.
Do you know black Americans are the richest black people on earth?
What's
Africa.
Okay, I need you to pull that up like right
Fine,
now.
you can. Black Americans on
No,
per
As a group,
capita on
yes.
average.
Can you pull that up?
Yes, as a group, yeah.
So I'm hosting an event right now. I don't know what to tell you. But
Well, I'm
anyone
participating.
can fact check me on this. So you cannot find a black majority country or any country where black people have significant representation where they are as wealthy, because even the poorest people in America are in the top 5%, the top 2% of wealth around the world. And so my whole belief is stop acting like you're a victim and start making better choices.
That's not racism. I am my ancestors' dream.
Go back a little
I'm in
bit
the
to the
deep
end of what
South,
you're saying.
Tennessee.
Even the poorest blacks in America are still at the 5% level.
The only black person who exists out there. There's so many people who this culture is affecting to this day.
Do you know black Americans are the richest black people on earth?
Yes.
What's the
Africa.
Okay, I need you to pull that up like right
Fine,
now.
you can. Black Americans on per capita on average.
Can you pull that up?
I'm hosting an event right now. I don't know what to tell you. But
Well, I'm participating.
anyone can fact check me on this. So you cannot find a black majority country or any country where black people have significant representation where they are as wealthy, because even the poorest people in America are in the top 5%, the top 2% of wealth around the world. And so my whole belief is stop acting like you're a victim and start making better choices.
That's not racism.
Got it. He's right. He's right.
I am my ancestors'
I
dream.
thought he said, I thought he was talking about America. No, I thought he was talking about America. He's saying globally.
Mm-hmm.
And he's correct. He is absolutely fucking correct.
Dream.
How the fuck is that racist?
I'm in the deep South, Tennessee.
Because he has the nerve and the audacity as a white man to talk about anything that has to do with black. But you know, blacks can't talk about blacks unless they're agreeing with what we just said a second ago. I can't talk about black women, even though I'm a black woman. I can't talk about blacks. I'm a coon. I'm an auntie ruckus. White people can't talk. Asian, no one can talk about black people unless it's Rolly, Ricky, them three girls over there. You already know.
I don't know, 40, 60 feet, probably above tons of my ancestors that were slaves hundreds of years ago, living their dream right now. I am my grandfather's dream, who could not speak openly like this, who actually dealt with the Jim Crow laws, who actually dealt with real racism. I'm afforded every opportunity any white person is in this country right now. Are there economical differences? For sure. Are there some systemic things that we can get into? For sure. But I'm not going to sit here and act like I don't have it better than every other generation of black people that have come before me in this nation. I have it better. We all have it better. We genuinely do. I don't understand how people can sit here and call Charlie Kirk a racist when even back in 2018, 1920, hosted events like the Young Black Leadership Summit, where he would take 200 to 300 young black people all across the United States, invite them to DC, invite them to meet the president, invite them to the White House, invite them on this journey in this conference to learn more about the black.
Child, I didn't know he was responsible for that. I remember when they did this shit, and of course they called them all coons, because that's all niggas got is name fucking calling. Yo, I remember when they did this. He had something to do with this shit. I did not know. Nobody want to tell you all the information. They just want to give you enough so that you could be slanted to their opinion. Black people do not pay attention. You won't look into shit. You won't, I still said that they were wrong to call these people coons or whatever, because let me tell you something. If somebody said that I could go to the White House, I'm going. I don't care. And maybe I can get turn on my live stream and we get a live going with Trump. But I'm just saying, remember when they were trying to get the, oh my God, that dance team to go and dance at the parade for him or something like that. And it was like, y'all don't.
It was the majorettes from the college.
Okay. You shouldn't go. I don't give them no money. They don't need to go. Then they went. They all kinds of coons and everything. It's like y'all just like to just call people names and be miserable no matter what. You don't believe in opportunity. You don't believe in doing something differently. You don't believe in trying to better yourself. You don't believe in trying to work hard. You don't believe in trying to go and get. You believe in exactly what they just said. Being a fucking victim, blaming somebody the fuck else, saying that you can't do it. And what he just said about being his ancestors' dream, he's absolutely right. You're trying to tell me that in 2025 going into 2026, y'all are very good at being fucking whores and having a bunch of kids that you can't take care of, but you got a problem with someone who's saying that you can do it. Charlie Kirk bringing those people here, the marching band to be able to go and see him, the people that went, so no opportunity. Where the niggas giving us opportunities, Bueller? Since y'all got all the motherfucking answers as to what white people shouldn't be doing and what black people shouldn't be doing, where are the motherfucking niggas giving niggas opportunity? I'm waiting, Bueller. Because I'm trying to understand where it is that y'all are doing a motherfucking thing besides sitting here listening to fucking Roland tell you that racism is your fucking problem for the reason why your life fucking sucks. That's what nothing. Send it to me. Send it to me in a fucking email so that I can talk about it. The last person that I know, and only because it was a big deal, was that billionaire dude that waived the tuition for some black college or whatever.
Howard.
It
was Howard.
Okay, but that's nice of him to do. But where are the opportunities? Where is anyone teaching about fucking financial literacy and credit, any of that shit? Because that's the only way you really gonna have no fucking generational wealth. It's not sitting around talking about the fact that Charlie Kirk is a racist. That ain't gonna get you shit. But love to focus on that shit. That ain't gonna help you with nothing, except to stay where the fuck you are, which is where all those black millionaires, first generation millionaires, want you to stay so that they can continue to be rich and you continue to stay where you are, because racism is a business as far as I'm concerned. They make a lot of money from it. Where's your Black Lives Matter at? That's what I want to know. I want somebody to tell me where they at to help anybody out. Bueller. I don't be seeing them come out no more. I don't be seeing them come out no more for nothing. If they not needed now with all this racism, then I'm a little bit confused in what the fuck y'all are put all your 2 cents into them for. I guess that's just me. Ciao.
Black history in this nation from other black people.
Robert
to hear about
Smith.
stories that aren't taught.
Robert Smith.
That's his name.
Who
Shout
paid
out
off the debt at Howard for that year.
Shout out to him.
In schools, to see a different side of our past.
Oh God, you know you can't. Ain't that the other dude that they call a coon child, Ben Carson?
Ben
as victors and not victims. You know, being a part of founding organizations like Blexit, where they are active in a ton of different states, in a ton of low-income black neighborhoods, giving young black kids mentors, school supplies, rides, field trips, events, block parties, that man. But people just want to say, oh, he was racist because he said this one thing. That's not how this works. You're allowed to have an opinion. You're allowed to say things. And also, you as a person watching this video, you're allowed to fact check everything for yourself. You're allowed to think deeper and think critical about the things that are being said. That's okay for you to do. And the things Charlie Kirk often talked about blew my mind, especially on the topic of race. Because that's someone, again, who was in the streets marching with BLM, crying my eyes out because of the pain that I felt being a black man in America and a gay man, double marginalized, double victimized, and going to these events and meeting these people and talking to these people and realizing, wow, actually, I don't have it that bad. You could have told me 10,000 black people were being shot and killed by the police, unarmed. And most years, more people are being struck by lightning.
Damn.
Than black unarmed men are being shot by the cops. That man, Charlie Kirk, was not a racist man. Affirmative action.
If you see a black person in a position, or minority, whatever, the assumption is that that person is not qualified. When literally, and you have to be qualified in order to even to get in that position.
Well, so let's take college admissions. So this is a great example. At Harvard, we learned because of new revealed documents that black students were having test scores that were 30 to 35% lower than their white counterparts.
Okay.
And so, therefore, if you saw a black kid at Harvard, it's a fact that they were not having the same test standards as their white counterparts.
Still doesn't matter. The kid has to get through. He's got to get through the classes, do the tests, do all the research.
Well, they actually drop out at a greater rate too. But the point being is, just the idea that they were there, number one, took a spot from an otherwise qualified individual that might be white, and they were not there on the same merits. So what we want is the same rules for everybody.
You're making the assumption that they're not qualified in order to get in. In order to even get there,
it's not the assumption. It's the data. So, for example, it's literally at Harvard, you had kids with perfect SAT scores, perfect ACT scores that were white.
So that makes a degree from Harvard worthless then.
Well, you're exactly right. Yeah, actually, Harvard's degree is becoming more worthless because it's more race-based than merit-based. You're exactly right.
Affirmative action in a nutshell. Oh, Charlie Kirk was against affirmative action. That means he's racist. There's tons of black people against affirmative action as well. I don't need you to lower my test scores because that's even more racist. I don't need you to lower my test scores to give me a chance to get into college. Don't you want to feel like you earned your spot? Don't you want to feel like you worked hard for something? Why would you want to get a handout? Why would you want to just be given, hey, you black, we're going to enter you into Harvard because you got a D. Even though these white people are getting A's, I know you're not capable of getting an A, and we need more blacks at our college. So we're just going to go ahead and accept you in even though you have D's.
DEI.
Do you not find that disrespectful?
Huh?
That's DEI.
That too.
When they when they started talking about equality, right? Equality was a bad grenade that they thrown over the fence.
Mm-hmm.
So then they changed the E from equality to what?
Equity.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
But now what equity means is
everybody.
Because I might be marginalized,
mm-hmm.
I need a booster. I need a booster. So we driving cars, we racing. Your car's a basic motherfucking Chevy Impala, and I got a Chevy Impala also, same year, same cut, right? But you gotta put some NOS in my shit. You gotta put some NOS in my shit because I'm that marginalized, right? I didn't have the money to actually buy my Chevy, right? Well, you had the money to buy your Chevy, but I got my Chevy, and we both got Chevys. But you got to do something special for me. That's what equity was. They didn't comprehend when they said equality was going to backfire on them. So that's why they switched it to equity. So equity means they want to basically get that booster in a sense, so everybody starts at the same line at the same time. But that doesn't even exist in white America. You dig what I'm saying?
No.
Even in white America itself, people comprehend that there's rich whites, medium class whites, poor whites.
Right.
The blacks wanted to talk, right, classism. The blacks wanted to use the equity conversation so they could be ahead of the game. Just like when they talked about there's job disparagement. And they wanted to leave college and become the CEOs of these companies. They didn't want to do the ground level work. They'd expect because they have vaginas and black skin and big ass cans or no cans or whatever the case is, however they built, that was going to be enough for them to get that booster pack so they can actually walk in from college with no job experience and become the motherfucking supervisor and manager. That's what equity is all about. It's not about doing work, not about equality. That's why they switched it.
Well, okay. I understand. Definitely, I understand about the classism and stuff. But like, I feel like he said earlier, what is the problem with doing some work? We should be, I don't know. I just had this discussion, I shall call it, with my trainer, saying that it's our responsibility to help the less fortunate blacks. And I'm like, it's not my responsibility to give my life up for anybody except for my fucking kids. I'm not giving up anything. I give the information and it gets spit back into my face because they don't like the way that it's presented, which is the same difference with Kevin Samuels, which is the same difference with anyone, because if you don't say it the way that someone allegedly wants it to be said, then they don't like it. And then they think they get the right to call me, him, and anyone else names, negative names, which if that makes you feel good, that's fine. You're still going to be where you are. And I'm still going to be where I am. And you're not doing your little bit of a portion from it. And how the hell do you think that you're going to talk about the same people that you turn around begging for shit from? How do you think that that's going to work out? You talk about Donald Trump, you can't stand them, and white people this, they racist, they that. Then you turn around talking about you want reparations. I'm not in the reparations conversation, okay? I don't feel one way or another about it. What I do feel is that I'm not waiting for anyone to give me anything, because the same shit that other people have they have available to them is the same shit that I have available to me. Try to tell people you shouldn't rent the rest of your life. You don't know. Fine. Try to tell people that that you want to make sure that you have some sort of a longevity with a job and you should, not necessarily go to school and there's nothing wrong with blue collar workers. You don't know. All right, fine. You shouldn't want to be on fucking Section 8 for all of your fucking life. You need to get out there and get something, do it yourself. You don't know. All right, cool. I don't know. Fine, I don't know. And yet again, back to empathy and sympathy. That's why I don't have any, because I'm not going to be continuing to care for people that don't give a fuck about me and barely care about their damn selves. You shouldn't be a single mother and keep having kids. You don't know. Fine, I don't know. You think you're better than everybody else? No, I am better than many people. However, that's not the point here. That's so not the point here. So if you want to stay there, then stay there, whatever your reasons are, because people just think, I guess, that we just came out this way. We just came out this way. I am where I am today as soon as I turned 20. And I've been coasting along this whole time. Maybe I did some work. Maybe I had some lessons. Maybe we came together and formed some shit. I know that's just crazy talk. You don't know. Cool. I don't know. Go listen to Kendra. Go listen to Kendra.
You know, when
them
people
three girls over there on that podcast that are millionaires, mind you, that come out here to cut for Marilyn Mosby and don't give a fuck about you. But child, go on. Go ahead, boo.
When people measure themselves and they say, well, you feel like you're better or you think you're better than us, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can say, you know what? In actuality, I am better than you.
I do say that.
I've made better choices than you. And I have the fucking results to prove it.
That's a good way to put it.
1 and 2. What is showing up is they're looking at their own inadequacies, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now that brings up their own insecurities.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that simple.
Mm-hmm.
They've been inadequate. They've been subpar. They've been morally incarcerated and circumcised. They've been emotionally roller coastered, right? They can never see how they are the ones that are in their own way.
Correct.
Because they lack to shut the fuck up and go in the room and meditate and do some self-awareness checks.
Correct.
So what happens is they are measuring themselves against you at that point, and every crack in that glass and every crack in that mirror shows up to them. So instead of saying, you know what, let me pull this motherfucker's shirt tail real quick, let me pull on her skirt tail real quick so I can learn something.
Exactly.
They tend to lash out and show their insecurities and mask it in the way of bravado. We just talked about this shit, false confidence, earlier this week.
Yep.
I just spoke about false confidence and pseudo confidence this week. But y'all think I'll be out here playing around and saying shit for no fucking reason.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's why the shit is there for those that want it and those that don't. Keep calling names. See how that changes your life.
Yeah. But those who can't hear will hear, like the Bible said. Those who can't hear will hear, and those who can't see will see.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
A lot of things are simple, but us being who the fuck we are, holding on to traumas, anxiety, depression, PTSD, schizophrenias, all these things, we are actually ones getting in our own way of our own successes. And when we do that, and when we do this thing and have children along in tow with us, we end up fucking them up too.
Mm-hmm. Agree with you.
If you're a black person watching this and you're studying super hard and you get into Harvard, don't you want to feel like you got into Harvard because of all the work you've been putting in and not just the color of your skin? That's why a lot of people are against affirmative action. They don't want these handouts. They don't like that this is the thing. You're making the assumption, no, it's actually real stuff that has been going on. Real stuff, you guys. That is okay to call out. It is. So before people go shout from the rooftops, oh my gosh, this is horrible, this is racist. It's not. It's actually racist in reverse. I think some of the affirmative action things being put in place is actually racist. Critical race theory.
Okay, y'all can laugh, but until you have walked as a black person on this campus, y'all truly don't understand.
CJ, come here. Really quick. I have a question. Come here. Go right there. Okay. So CJ, just really quick. You're a black person. Are you hunted at the university?
You know, I don't feel hunted at this university, but I guess the difference between me and some people here is that I don't choose to be a victim, Charlie. Which I think is the biggest problem we have here today are people who wake up every single day looking for a reason to be oppressed, looking for a reason to cry and make an excuse about why they're not in a position to go win. I don't see the color of my skin as a disability. I see it as simply an accessory that I couldn't control. I've been black all my life. I've been black today. I'm thriving here. I think that's a roll tide right there. Right?
And so CJ, let me ask you, CRT, racist?
It's not just racist. It's the exact iteration of white supremacy, just in reverse. I think it's important that we start teaching young people not to hate other people because of the color of their skin. And we can teach black people to be proud of who they are without telling white people they should be ashamed of who they are. You know?
Amen.
Yeah. Yep.
So
Yeah.
Closing thoughts, CJ. Is this trying to divide the country?
It's not only trying to divide the country, it's trying to break apart the foundation upon which it was built. You know, people forget the words of MLK, Rosa Parks, all those people who fought so hard for us to be a united country, where we didn't see the color of one's skin, but their character. This is about taking us away from the vision and the dream of Martin Luther King and just taking us to the dream of Kamala Harris. And I don't want to live that dream.
Amen.
Sorry.
CJ, you're a great American. Give it up for CJ, everybody. So good.
That is my friend CJ Pearson. Shout out to CJ. Incredible video.
Not Cam. They say Cam ain't shit and not black. But the thing about critical race theory, this is what I always say. If y'all love it and you believe in it so damn much, you know you can actually teach it to your own kids yourself. I don't know why that is a foreign concept. Oh yeah, that would require some work. But if you believe in it so much, teach it to them. So y'all would fight something that is our thing. You know, I heard about it. I don't know nothing about it, child. You know, I know the minimum basics, right? I don't think I need it. But you can teach it to your kids. You can like I've said before, my mother used to have us during Black History Month, read a book, do a book report every week, and we had to do it in the house with her, all of us, period. You had to do it during Black History Month and any other thing that she had us do. Parenting, that's what it's called. So no one is stopping anyone from doing anything except for you. Especially if you know this, meaning critical race theory. I don't know what you know about it. I really don't know much about it, except they're just trying to force it on universities to in schools to teach it. And then if they do teach it, they're going to come in and say that you're not teaching it right. I promise you that's the way that will go. So just do it yourselves.
I think for these marginalized groups, it has to be a boogeyman. It has to be a boogeyman in the closet. It has to be somebody pulling strings and making sure that you are marginalized, oppressed, subjugated to some shit. When that's already a crime. You think big corporations want to get sued?
No.
Based off of equal opportunity bullshit? They don't. They don't. They don't want no scandal with their name.
No.
Especially companies that's on the stock market.
Agree.
They have to create a boogeyman constantly. Because instead of just saying, when we grew up, we heard all these jokes about ABCDs, right? It's funny. Funny jokes, we laughed, we kept on pushing. Do you think the equal position would be for them to make jokes about us? No. Cry. You know how much racist jokes I heard about blacks? Some of them shits are funny. Some of them not. Some of them are just offensive. Do you not think that blacks started making jokes about whites? They did.
But if a white person makes a joke about black people, they're racist. But what is it when black people make a joke about white people?
It's celebrated and accepted.
Yeah.
Because remember, because you're marginalized, you don't have the power, which is it's a very true statement. When you talk about white supremacy, and white supremacy is a machine, not just a gear, right? It's a whole functioning machine, and I agree, it does exist. At the same time, we have every opportunity to overcome and beat this machine. The choice and decision making is what's fucked up. You know how many people went to college bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and ready to learn and get down the road of life, and then end up getting knocked and have to drop out of college?
Yeah. Yep.
Because you made that stupid one decision because you were taking all of that pleasure. Your whole life has changed.
Yeah, for sure.
You smell me?
Yep. Absolutely.
It's decision making today that affects tomorrow.
Agree. Shout out to Tavar. Thank you so much, Boo. I appreciate you. He said the facts of life is that we need to state to the whole nation the truth of all of our origins. And we are really on what our family brought us Gen Xers up. Shout out to Gen X. Always. Got you. Shout out to the chat. Y'all hanging in there. Appreciate you. Make sure you hit the like button on either channel, wherever you are. Trent's channel is posted to the top of live. Make sure you go ahead and follow him if you have not. I appreciate y'all. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button.
So that sums up really well how Charlie Kirk and a lot of other people felt about critical race theory. And it's fun, it's interesting, you know, that black girl that started off the video. So if you were black on this campus, you would see how we really feel. We have to stop speaking on behalf of everybody. We do. Because that quick, there's another black person, another student at that university in that audience that said, I'm having a different experience than you. I love it here. I'm thriving here. Mindset matters a lot, you guys. And on the topic of critical race theory, we're allowed to teach black history. We're allowed to, it's American history. We're allowed to teach those things. I never understood this concept of critical race. You're focusing on race and Black History Month. No, we don't need it. Just incorporate a Black American and Black history into our nation's history and teach it all year round. I don't need a separate month to celebrate my race. I actually think it's racist to reduce my lineage and my family's American history to 1 month. It's just American history. And we can talk about it, we can teach about it without teaching black people to be victims, that they're owed something from white people, have white people feel bad for being white because of what happened in the past. It's the past. I don't have to feel bad about it because things have changed. Again, in my ancestors' dream, I'm afforded every right they wish they had. They can't even fathom the life I'm living right now. They can't. So on the topic of critical race theory, and using that to call Charlie racist, kind reminder, there are tons of black people who are against critical race theory too. So you're gonna sit here in front of my face and all the other black people's face and call them all racist and they're race traitors and they hate themselves? Or you're gonna have a critical mind. You're gonna think hard about this and really think, damn, what are some other perspectives on critical race theory that must not be hearing? What other black people have to say about critical race theory? What was Charlie Kirk really saying about critical race theory? What was so hateful that people think, but then also so many other black people loved? Look into it. Illegal immigration.
I don't like your t-shirt. I'm an immigrant. I don't understand why you would want to deport some of my friends and family who have been working hard in this country.
What's your name, sir?
I'm Claudio, sir.
Yeah, Claudio. And this is just a thought exercise, but it's very revealing. You are king, and you find out that there are 30 million uninvited people in your country. What do you do with them?
I try to find the most humane way of sending them back to our country. But first of all, I want to say
that's what we're doing.
Wait,
that's what we're doing. So what country did you emigrate from?
Are you going to like discriminate against
No,
me?
I'm gonna do the opposite actually.
I'm Mexican.
But you came here legally, correct?
I did.
You followed the rules. The people that you know didn't follow the rules.
True.
So I divide America not into Hispanic and white, into rule follower and rule
He's
breaker.
a fucking
so when someone
idiot.
breaks our rules,
Oh
there
my
must be justice.
fucking god. What the fuck are you doing?
Go ahead.
And the most humane way is you go back to your country of origin.
Some of my boys, like, they're being like persecuted, like back home, them and their families, like they're like in like drug related like wars and violence. And the only way out is if they escape and they break the American law. But that's the only way they're going to survive.
If that is correct, we have a special asylum status that they could seek legally at a port of entry. That they could go through a whole process.
But if they're being persecuted, would it be justified to cut the line?
No. If we all of a sudden say that if you have a lot of gang violence and issues, I mean, like we have a lot of gang violence and issues. Like, what are we talking about here? You have to draw the line. If you're playing,
He said gang violence. He must be talking about black people.
is going down, what do they tell you to do first? You put your mask on first. It's the same way as a country. We need to put our own oxygen mask on first, and then we can worry about helping other people.
That's it. It's that simple. It's nothing race related. It's literally rule breakers and rule followers. We're talking about a man who threw Latino retreats, you guys. We're talking about someone that promoted so many different races and ethnicities, including Hispanics. Again, like the guy brought up, he said, okay, well, isn't it justified for them to cut the line because of how much heartbreak and all the things they're going through in Mexico? No. Because if that was the case, we take in the whole world. There's so much corruption in this world, you guys, it's not even funny. And if we were to take that all in and accept everybody who's breaking the law, what do we become? The reason people want to come here in the first place is because of how hard, for the most part, America stands on business.
Wait, but it's so racist here. It's horrible and racist here. Why do these people want to come here? So you're telling me that all these foreigners that are not American, they're not white, they want to come here. A lot of them end up being successful and build something. I specifically think about the people who do my nails because I know how they do it. they work together actually, and then they live together and they save, and then they make all this money here, and then they go carry their asses back and send the next set of people. So they're actually helpful to one another. But the people that were born here, the people that happen to be Black, can't do a fucking thing because of white supremacy, discrimination, and racism that doesn't affect any of these other people, only Black people. I know y'all listening. Help me understand, without calling me names, how does that work? Oh, they get all these special programs. I'm pretty sure that really isn't true. So people from outside of the country can come in and make it work, but people who are right here just want to say that it's somebody else's fault that they can't. And make sure that you start in your business, nails, hair, and everything else, which comes from people who aren't Black. So you're supporting them over and over and over again, and then saying that somebody is doing you wrong. I'm just trying to understand how that makes sense. Would you please? You're a mess.
So there are programs for them, right? We know this. There's programs. Cool. But like he mentioned, it goes through asylum seekers, not running a train on the border crossing.
Mm-hmm.
Where they came into the country, they're documented to be in the country. Everybody know they're in the country, and they start to do their paperwork to get naturalized, whatever the case is, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a whole route for that. Y'all been here. Are we talking about them versus the Blacks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which, when I say them, I mean immigrants. It's looked at as y'all did not use the resources on the land properly.
There are a lot of resources out here.
Exactly. So when they come and they tap into these resources, and I get it. The white supremacist system is white supremacy for sure.
That's fine.
I can't say it doesn't exist.
I'm not saying that it doesn't exist, but I also know that there's plenty of opportunity out there beyond hair and nails, spiders, makeup, and weave, especially with, the things that I am well versed in. And I specifically think of mostly real estate. But, if I have my house looked at, they're going to look at it differently because I'm Black. Oh my God. So take what happened to somebody else and just apply it to yourself so that you don't even get started. Makes sense to me. Makes sense to me. Oh, they got us all over here because of redlining. Okay. So you just going to go ahead and go along with it, or are you going to go ahead and go for what it is that you know that you can do because it's available to you as well and fall for it and go ahead and be in a red line district? Or are you going to stand up because you happen to know about it and say, yeah, nah, we're not going to do this, much like we did the first time that we was buying the first house. No, we don't live here. No, we will not live here. Try again, or I'll find somebody else.
It's a different type of hunger, right?
Agree.
When they come over here, they are dead set on not being poor ever again.
Yep.
They about to grind it out. As soon as they get enough, they gonna call for their cousin to come up. If their cousin gonna come in, they gonna open up a Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah.
Their cousin come in, they gonna open up a corner store. Their cousin come in, they go to the liquor store. And the machine of white supremacy, along with the redlining scenario, they also block American Blacks from business ownership a lot. With all these things happen. I'm not against things happening.
Things absolutely happen. I agree.
But that's not the only avenue to be successful. You dig it?
Correct. Agree.
You could go to school, become a litigator, right? It's all these different things that are here in America that are available.
Mm-hmm.
but it comes back to decision making. Simple and plain.
Mm-hmm.
The decision you make today definitely will affect the outcomes of tomorrow. There's no two ways about it.
Mm-hmm.
To understand this division, this lack of comprehension, I completely get it. But it goes back to simple decision making. Simple. A lot of, like I keep saying, a lot of things are simple. A lot of these things that we go through in this world, they're just simple things, man.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you.
We, for the most part, we follow the rules and we follow the laws. These countries that people are fleeing from, cartels, drugs, corrupt politicians, nobody, it's all lawless. But again, for the most part, America has some structure, and we have enough structure to where people want to come here. They're breaking in. That's how good and how many opportunities are afforded here. The same group of people saying, I hate America, down with America, this is horrible, it sucks here, are the same people defending the people breaking in to get here. If it's really that bad, why are you telling them not to come? This is the great country to be in right now. And we also can't sit here and hip and holler and cry, oh my gosh, our infrastructure sucks, healthcare sucks, food sucks, drug crisis sucks. This list goes on of everything wrong with America and not address it and just keep funneling in all these different people and give them resources. Why are we there's so much happening in our country. Why are we taking people who have broken the law, broken into this country, already broken the law, they broke in the country, giving them monthly stipends, health insurance, places to live, when we all can go downtown in our own city and our own citizens are dealing with crap right now? At some point, when are we going to put America first and take care of ourselves? That's all that is. We're talking about legal immigration is fine. But illegal immigration, no, we can't have that. Oh, well, the ICE raids or any man, these people, they're ripping people from their families. If I'm driving drunk with kids in the backseat, I'm being taken away from my kids. So I broke the law. As a parent, breaking the law with my children is incredibly irresponsible, no matter how much violence I'm fleeing. Come in the right way. That's all anyone is trying to say. And the ample and thousands of other Hispanic people who back Charlie Kirk on those statements. The man's anti-immigration and so racist. No, he is not. Abortion.
Everybody, do me a favor. Please be respectful, okay?
Before we begin.
Oh my God. Already.
Everybody be respectful. So we see what this person looks like, and you would think, oh, they're going to get, beat by MAGA people and so judged and harassed. And no, it actually turns out to be a very productive and nice, calming debate. Not even debate, just conversation. But this is who they got rid of. The man that starts off a college debate. Everyone be respectful.
Hello. So I have a few leading questions before my main one. Because I have to be honest, I don't really know that much about you. So would you say that you're very?
I love this interaction so much.
What the fuck is that?
He said,
what is this?
He said, be respectful. He said,
who said be respectful?
Charlie did. He said, be respectful.
You want to dress like you belong in a fucking circus?
Be respectful.
Yo, she went to Charlie.
He a better man than me. Fuck it.
Clearly, be respectful.
That bitch microphone and said her the fuck on, G.
That's what Amir,
like a fucking creature.
That's what Amir was just pointing out that he said, but no one will hear that part at all.
In line at that event and waited to ask a question because she wanted to go right to the source. Amazing.
Very religious.
I am religious. However, every one of my political positions is defensible from a non-religious perspective.
Okay, great. So I was under the impression that your beliefs on abortion were stemming from your religious beliefs.
Well, at the core, that is correct, but I can get that it is defensible from using reason and prudence, as I have done the last couple of.
So you're not trying to illegalize abortion based on the Bible.
Down, please.
Slow it down.
Yeah, because she sound like she got a gerbil stuck in her fucking throat.
Hold on, let me rewind it a little bit.
Thank you. Look at Blade.
Are you religious?
I am religious. However, every one of my political positions is defensible from a non-religious perspective.
Okay, great. So I was under the impression that your beliefs on abortion were stemming from your religious beliefs.
Well, at the core, that is correct, but I can get that it is defensible from using reason and prudence, as I have done the last couple of.
So you're not trying to illegalize abortion based on the Bible.
Well, no, not based on the Bible.
How can he illegalize abortion anyway?
What the fuck?
I don't know how long ago this was, but I don't think Charlie had the political clout to legalize abortion. But anyway.
My personal conviction comes from the Bible. I want to make abortion illegal because it is the only applicable extension of laws we already and standards we already have in the West. Correct.
I'm sorry, can you maybe rephrase that?
Eliminating abortion is the only logical step while we apply the standard we already have in this country to unborn life. So we have murder laws.
Yes.
Therefore, murder laws should apply to unborn life as it does to born life.
Okay. So again, reiterating, you're not trying to instate laws based on Christian beliefs because that would be unconstitutional, right?
Well, not again, sort of, but no, I am not using scripture to defend my beliefs. However, my personal convictions start with scripture, but the political views that we're talking about here are all defensible using reason and Western tradition.
2 points to this, because abortion argument isn't always about religion or God. There's a lot of agnostic people and atheist people who also do not like abortion for the very simple reason that nothing's consistent. You can have a pregnant woman driving to the abortion clinic to get rid of a baby and it's fine. But that same scenario, if she gets T-boned and killed, the person driving will get charged for double homicide. Like, how come this mom with a life inside of her can go to the clinic, get rid of it? It's fine. But if someone killed her, it's double homicide because there's 2 people.
Right.
How come it's considered a separate person?
Right.
Sometimes, but not. You know, like when you have someone at 7 months getting an abortion, boom, it's fine. But if you have 7 months, have the baby, and they kill that baby, that's murder, and the mom's going to jail. It's just strange. Nothing is consistent. You know, the whole abortion argument's a separate video. But off the bat, I can tell you there's 2 sides that are just going at it from 2 completely different angles. There's a side that's like, well, it's the mother's body, and there's people down here saying, well, it's the baby's body, and that's the big difference that, you know, we see happening. But again, the abortion side, that conversation, that debate, it's a whole that can go on for hours if we wanted it to.
So great. That's all I needed to know, that you weren't trying to instate laws based on Christian beliefs, because I would not be able to support anything that was so blatantly unconstitutional. But thank you for clarifying that for me.
That's it?
I had a whole thing ready, but I guess it wasn't necessary. Thank you so much.
Well, look, first of all, just tell me more about how you view politics, or what is that okay? Or if not, like, and you feel free to walk away. I'm
maybe
not.
not in this crowd.
That's okay. Thank you. What's your name?
My name is Archer.
Archer, thank you for coming up, and I hope you have a great
Thank you so
day.
much. Thank you for clarifying.
And let me just say one last thing. I could tell you probably have a negative impression of Christianity, maybe. I hope one day we can earn back your support to making Jesus Christ your Lord and Savior. I'm sorry if the church has failed you in that way, because I do have strong religious convictions and beliefs, and there is a God who made you and loves you, and he sent his son to die for you.
Her name is Mom.
Okay. Well, thank you. I do appreciate the candor and the courage to come up here, but we will pray for you. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Archer.
Super nice. Like, that is so wholesome. It really is. And on this topic of abortion, like I said before, there's so much debate around it. But just because you have someone like Charlie Kirk that is very against abortion, let's just go into it for what it is. It's a separate life. You know, people bring up how he said, you know, he would be against abortion and people should give birth. If they're pregnant, they need to go full term. That's something that I even disagree with Kirk on. But at the end of the day, he's allowed to have that opinion. And doesn't deserve to be assassinated for that opinion. Why Charlie debates?
I go around universities and have challenging conversations, and because that's what is so important to our country, is to find our disagreements respectfully, because when people stop talking, that's when violence happens.
I've never seen someone do this.
Well, it's a growing trend because people like me are facing violence, assault, the left. Yes, the campus, Antifa. I've been stormed out of restaurants. I've been assaulted publicly, multiple death threats.
Okay, so what's your goal in this?
There's more people that agree with me than some people would actually believe, and they come out of the woodwork when I do stuff like this. We record all of it so that we put it on the internet so people can see these ideas collide. When people stop talking, that's when you get violence. That's when civil war happens, because you start to think the other side is so evil and they lose their humanity.
That is why I do what I do. That's why Charlie did what he did. That's why Candace does what she does. That's why Brett Cooper does what she does. There's so many, Amala, all these content creators. It's why we do what we do. Specifically, the political, cultural commentators who are very, very loud, you know, about similar topics that Charlie would oftentimes talk about, because it's important to share your voice. It's important to share your beliefs and have rational and calm conversations. Heavily important. And it is, sadly, the left that causes a lot of destruction and harm and threats. You know, I've talked about in length my journey from the left to the right. When I was on the left, I had all my friends on the right, and they always talked to me. They always had conversations with me, and that's all it was, and we were still friends. When I made my way over to the center right, all my friends on the left kicked me to the curb, called me all the names, called me all the slurs, called me self-hating black, self-hating gay, wrote me off, kicked me out of friend groups.
Wow.
When I think about all...
Oh.
When I think about all the death threats that I've ever gotten, when I think about all the comments that I've been hurled and things people have said about me, said about Charlie, said about my friends, it's insane. It's insane. And it's all from the left. It always is. Yeah, there's some people leaving the right, but that's why you see this mass exodus of people leaving the left. It's just violence. It's just destructive. It's just shutting down people nonstop. It's hip hooray over someone's death. This is bigger than just someone shooting someone. This is, we've never had something like this happen a public assassination at his event to this caliber since, honestly, Martin Luther King Jr. If we're talking about someone who had a pull and a pulse on political conversations and culture conversations at that level, yeah, that's Charlie Kirk. He wasn't a nobody by no means. The work Turning Point Action does is insane. The amount of people Charlie put on, the man's reach was insane.
Wow.
And what happened to Charlie Kirk is an attempt to shut down all the voices like him. And it's only going to amplify them even more. I'm more fired up than ever before. I'm precautious. But I'm more fired up than ever before because we cannot live in a world where everybody thinks the same and everybody's scared to talk or scared to get canceled. We cannot live in that world. And it is sad.
That's it right there. That's absolutely it right there. That's what these people wanted to be. Yo. Oh my God. That's so sad. I might have some empathy for him.
Soft.
No loss from any of them, of course. I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? Just to lose all your friends because you don't think the way that they do. Fuck them.
Oh, you're talking about him?
Yeah. No, I'm talking about him. He's about to cry. He was crying over that. I mean, child, if you got these friends and you gay and you black and you gay, but all of a sudden because you decide to move over towards the damn conservative and that's where the line is drawn, that's crazy to me. That's just me, though.
Look at this.
This be a lesson to all those other conservative freaks, those little weirdos with podcasts. Just know you're next on the line. You're next.
What?
No, you're next.
People are making lists.
What?
People are talking about other people are next. Anyone that's more conservative and outspoken needs to be shut down. You need to be put on a list, need to be taken out. Have you really lost the plot? You're so far gone where you think it is justified to eliminate someone for thinking differently than you. Have you in fact, have you lost your morality? Have you lost your sense of humanity to go that far to where you think, yes, anyone who thinks differently than me deserves to be eliminated?
That's the trend that we're starting. That is not we. Let me rephrase. That's the trend now being started. Trend, TREND. Tavar said in message, I'm happily supporting your action reaction of every single thing, even when I do not totally agree. I agree with the facts, I guess. That's why I'm 16 days away from being 50 years old. Oh, fact one. That's why I'm 60 days away from being 50 years old is fact two. Happy birthday in advance. That's too much. I appreciate you. Y'all make sure you hit the like button for me. You good over there?
My mind is completely toast, dog.
I agree. It's been a tough ass week.
It's
been a tough ass week.
How simple it is to live and let live.
Oh my God, that's a phrase from the past, a blast from the past. Live and let live.
How simple is that?
No
but
such.
Now you got two kids without a father, a wife that's a widow without a husband, and her friend and her partner. Simply because he invoked his rights. You invoked your Second Amendment rights to stop his First Amendment rights. And I'm telling you, this sociopathic thought this is the Joker shit that's going on. I keep telling y'all. This is a Joker. This is the Joker from Batman mindset. There is no way that this is a linear thing. When you can't comprehend somebody, most times they're listening to you through the emotional filter and not the logical filter. When you're using a logical filter, a lot of things are just easy to comprehend. But when people are emotionally charged and lack emotional intelligence and the EQ is extremely low, this is what happens. This is what happens. This is sick, demonic shit.
It is.
And now they writing lists and saying who's next and who's next and who's next. Lock all them motherfuckers the fuck up.
Yeah, these are the people that need to be told on, just like them teachers. It's
Send
crazy.
them to Guantanamo. Send them to a black site where you could beat the fuck out of them.
Because whatever anybody's opinion is, it does not have anything to do with your life whatsoever. None. It changes your life. None. Wow. Wow.
Like I've seen some people's true colors the past few days. We all have.
Yeah.
And I don't want any part of that. I don't.
So far, I've seen videos of just the left being pro-unaliving political opponents, whether that be Trump, J.D. Vance, people celebrating what happened to Charlie Kirk today. It's just disgusting behavior. The fact that I have been a part of the left for 7 years, I never thought we'd get to the point where I would have to look at my own party and be like, oh, hold on, I can't support you anymore because everything that you are doing right now is against your political viewpoints and your values and beliefs. To sit here and promote gun violence against your opponents is wrong. And it arguably makes you worse than the other side because you're basically saying these people deserve to be unalived because our political beliefs are more important and should stand and should have more value than a human life. Ooh, yeah, that doesn't sit right with me at all.
And I'm gonna make a separate video on this, outlining all.
Lord help people. That's crazy. That's the end of the video. That's crazy.
It's insanity.
It is insane. I agree.
It's
I didn't
insanity.
realize all that.
Sociopathic, psychopathic people that are charged with emotion and never charged with logic. As soon as they get out the emotional bag, they start getting into the logical bag. It's not for good.
Right. Right.
They're using the emotional filters. So they feelings and they feel and they feel and they feel, and then they start to think.
Mm-hmm.
You will never make a good decision based off your fucking feelings and your emotions. You won't.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
But what's his name? Tyler Robinson.
Yeah.
Hey boy, fuck you, boy. I hope they give you the fucking chair. Fuck you. You a coward. If you wanted some wreck, you would have walked up there.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Sure.
Allegedly.
If you wanted some real wreck, like a fucking man, you would have walked up there and get your hawk and try to put a hawk inside of him. But you stood away 100 to 200. I think it was like 150 something. 150 some yards away with your little 30-yard six. Nah, you should have been a G about it and go bathe in his blood. That's how I know you're a fucking coward. You felt so strongly about it, you didn't want to stare him in the fucking eyes, huh? Coward. You so big, bad, and tough, huh? That's why you got up on the building. That's why you ran, because you're a tough guy. Nah, wear it like it's supposed to be worn. So they walked up there, hawk in hand, and try to fillet his ass. Try to fillet him across the stomach.
Wow.
You're a fucking coward. A yellow belly, yellow back, baby back bitch. And I hope you get the fucking chair.
Allegedly.
Twice.
Allegedly.
I already said allegedly.
I gotta say it a couple more times, child. Oh my goodness, this is a lot, but it's over 3 hours. It's been a tough week, but unfortunately, we're not done. I mean, we're done today, but we're done today. But I'm talking about this discussion because it's too much. It's too much, and I got to get to all the people who are out here talking, which he showed us. So shout out to Amir for everything that he provided. But there's a lot of people out here talking reckless, like reckless. So
let them keep talking reckless.
Yeah.
Let them keep talking reckless.
What Coach said, CGA. I don't know if you saw that video or.
No, I didn't catch that one yet.
Yeah, he posted something, I think it was same day, talking about, it's tough out here being a content creator, and, people, are crazy basically. And instead of just moving along, unfortunately, people copycat. So we would need to be mindful of that. So even if you don't watch my video, at least listen to what he said. And he's absolutely right. Because people can't handle a difference of opinion, can't handle, what other people have to say and how they think and stuff like that. So people take this shit too far, as we know, unfortunately.
Okay. Fine and dandy. Right?
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, that man should be able to go home and hug his fucking daughter.
Absolutely.
So I don't give a fuck about these little minute micro fucking arguments that people want to fucking have.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to what Charlie Kirk said on Tuesday, March 2017. Listen to what he said on 2018 in September. Listen to what the fuck he said in December of 2022.
That doesn't constitute that man not being here today. No. Not even close.
Agree.
And it's the same people with their fucking opinions and their speech and their rhetoric. You want yours to be respected.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't want to respect other people's.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Let them have the same grace and the same privilege and the same right that my brothers and them went overseas and put holes in people's fucking head for.
Mm-hmm.
We could live free on this fucking land.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you. You're a selfish, pussy, bitch-made, yellow-back fucking coward.
Okay. We got it. Thank you, boo. I appreciate you. Coming over here and co-hosting today. We got to do it again when you have time. Are you going live tonight?
Yeah.
What time?
Hopefully when I better move.
So then no.
If I'm not in a good mood, I won't go.
I hear you.
I don't know within the next 45 minutes for sure.
Okay. So y'all be on the lookout. Because I
Yeah,
know
turn your noses on all and all that shit.
I know y'all already subscribed to Full Drinking and Half Thinking. So shout out to all of y'all. I'm drained. It has already been a tough week, and this was tough as well. But I appreciate y'all hanging in there, even if you're on replay, even if you left and came back. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the support. Charles, stream sponsor, $199.99, DB in Boise. Thank you so much, hon. I appreciate it. Shout out to everyone that donated today. Hit the like button. Tavares said he drinks too much. I'm about to go drink now. Thank you, Terry. I appreciate you. Thank y'all for hanging in there. I'm not doing an outro, y'all. I'm just stopping the show today. I'll be back tomorrow. I think 10 a.m. I'm pretty sure 10 a.m. EST. Maybe we need something happy tomorrow, but there's so much more to talk about, so we shall see. Like Trent said, turn on your notifications. Make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. I appreciate y'all. I see you all in the next one.